Hello, hello, hello to all my uniques out there. This is your favorite day. Welcome to today's live. Come on in, my people, where are you? Where are you? Come. Oluji, where have you been? Mini Best, where have you been, girl? I have not seen you for a long time. Okoro Francis, how are you? Adebisi Bose, how are you? As you're coming in, please share. Tochi Winnie, Onunekurora, one of the unique kingdom. Adebisi, Onunekurora, two of the unique kingdom. Olakitan, Onunekurora, three of the unique kingdom. Funky. Pretty Chioma, Onunekurora, four for the unique kingdom. How are you guys doing? I'm doing great. Let me see. Let me invite some people. Put my phone on vibration. Oh, let me get some people. Hello. Okay. Rita and Sofo Ezinne, how are you? Chiamaka Dim, how are you doing today, baby? I'm doing great. Tochi, how is your family? My family is great. We came back from Texas. We had a blast. We had fun. Okay, Florence Akindeji, my love, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Ogechi Stella Ihendibo, Director General, I throw a salute. Rita and Sofa, good evening, my love. Tochi, thank God for today. We thank God for today. Today is the 20th? 20th of, is today the 20th? Jesus Christ. Today is the 20th. 21. So Thursday is our Christmas giveaway. Oh my God. I didn't even know that. This year is flying, it's flying real fast. Tony, okay, how are you doing? Today I'm going to release, after this live, I'm going to release the names of the people for the POS today, okay? After the live. Good evening, my love. Thank God for today. Chiamaka Dim, I see you. Onyinyechuku Augustina, good evening, my love. Olakitan, I always enjoy your smile. Thank you, girl. Ebere Stanley, how are you? My evangelist, the only resident evangelist in the unique kingdom. I throw a salute to my evangelist. How are you doing, my EAD? I'm doing well, baby. I'm doing so well. Stephanie, Stephanie Chidume Uche. Onunekuroma, 5 of the unique kingdom. Everybody in unique kingdom is Onunekuroma. We can talk. All right, guys. Chiomo Swala. Dachi. How are you doing, my love? How are you, baby? I hope you're doing good. All right, guys. I have said hello to everybody. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? Adebisi Bose, how are you doing? Thank you, Mama. Thank you, my love. Florence. Oh, it's cold, guys. It's so cold. Oh, Jesus. I don't like it in winter. It is so cold. I'm telling you. Ezechuku blessing. How are you doing? Always looking beautiful. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Stephanie Dim. Onunekurora, 6 of the unique kingdom. Amaka Fabian, how are you doing, baby? Good to hear. Good to have you, my unique lady. Thank you, Dachi. Dachi, you know I love you, girl. You know I love you, girl. All right, let me see. All right, guys. How are you guys doing? Please, as you're coming in, share, share, share. Invite your friends. Let's keep it going. Share. Okay. Share, 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 guys. Invite your friends. Let them come on. Ruth Chinasa is watching. How are you doing, Ruth? How are you doing, baby? I hope you're doing good. Welcome to my life. I think that's a new name, or is it an old name? Share, 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 share. Guys, share, 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 share. Guys, today we have something real good. Depression is real. Mental health is real. Most of the time, we look at depression like, ndara, crazy people. Now, so they crazy. All of us have a little bit of depression, a little bit of craze in ourselves. Some people we take it to the other extent, some people we keep it and get help for ourselves. I'm going to give you guys some of the signs of how you know you are depressed, how you know you're going through depression. Maybe you don't even know the sister you're looking at, the brother you're looking at, that your mom, that your dad, your junior sister, your senior brother who doesn't leave the house, who is always in the house, sleeps 23 hours of 24 hours of the day. They don't want to do nothing. They are always tired. You're wondering, what is wrong with Akudo now? She's always sleeping. She's always tired. My sister, my brother, sometimes those people are depressed. Jim Dozier, Jim, how are you, baby? How are you? You know, most of the time people are depressed, okay? I tell you, yes, Sandra, people are depressed. Sometimes things can make, so many things can be the causes of depression, especially for we women in particular. Childbirth, having a child changes your whole body system. It can cause you to be depressed. We call it postpartum depression. After giving birth, you see some women, they start acting crazy. They don't want to take care of their children. They don't want to come close to their children. They'll say, "What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?" Nothing is wrong. She's depressed. All the chemical imbalance, all the things going on in her system has messed her up mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. My unique, we have to start looking out for each other. That your sister that used to be hey loud, and all of a sudden now she's always quiet. She doesn't want to leave the house. Those are signs of depression. If you can dictate those signs in your family, in your friends, then you'll be in a better position to help them. I'm going to I'm going to use my case study today about one guy they call Twitch. I don't know whether you guys know him. You know the Ellen DeGeneres show, talk show in America here? He was the DJ. This guy is full of life, happy all the time, full of life, happy. Everybody loves him. There is no sad moment with him. There is no sad moment with him. I'm going to show you guys his Instagram page. Every time you see him, he's dancing with his wife and his children. And this man just took his life. This man just walked to a motel, left his car key, left his phone, left his house, left everything, and took a there's some reports say he took an Uber and went to a motel 14 miles from his house and went in there and deleted himself. And everybody's like, "Are you sure he did it? How can this man is always happy? He's always singing, handsome young man with a beautiful wife and 2 children. How can he do this?" My uniques, ask yourself, how many people do you know that have taken their lives and people could not even identify why? How many people you know have done the S word and people don't keep saying, how? We have a little boy here who is 17-year-old. They want people say that he lost his girlfriend. Some people say his girlfriend broke up with him. This boy was so depressed. Remember, depression is like there is no other hope for you. When people do the S word, is because they think there is I can't say the word, guys, because of social Facebook and all YouTube and all that. They will strike, they will strike you. But you guys know what I mean. Taking your life, deleting yourself, the S word. Okay. This little 17-year-old wrote a note to his friend and his family, telling them he's tired, he's done with it, and went and deleted himself. 17-year-old boy. My uniques, we have to look out for our friends and our families. We have to do that, okay? So we are going to go into it, but I'm going to say hi to most people, then I'll leave. Neka, Alex, how are you? Thanks for coming. Whoa, Kendrick, Steve, where have you been? I don't see you anymore on the WhatsApp group. I haven't seen you on the live. I hope you're good, bro. How are you doing? How are you, Kendrick, Steve? It has been a little while now. Yeah, happy to see you back. Welcome, baby. Welcome. Tonya, I see you. Francis Mary, I see you. Nkiru, the expensive one, I see you, Mama. Depression is too much everywhere. It is everywhere. It's for the rich, it's for the poor, it's for the tall, it's for the short, it's for the slim, it's for the fat, it's everywhere. People say, oh, it's more in Africa. No, it's here too, everywhere. It's not about this guy that just deleted himself. He's very rich. He is popular. He's a celebrity. He has everything. Then you ask yourself, why? Why would he do that? Because whatever that he was going through, he felt this was his only way out. Okay? Chin Alex, how are you doing, baby? Queen Precious, they finally left you. I see you, Mama. I know that they had you on lock and down. All right. Welcome to the live, baby. Welcome. All right, guys. So let me see. I think I've said hi to everybody. Now let's go. Hello, hello, hello once again to all my uniques out there. This is your favorite girl, Akudo. Welcome to today's live. Today, welcome to Unique Akudo TV. Today, we are going to talk about the S word. We're going to talk about depression. We're going to talk about mental health is real. And I'm going to use Twitch as a case study. I want you guys to see what depression looks like. Some of us think depression is like this. Depression is like, sometimes it can be like that. And sometimes depression can be like this, as a cover up. People are smiling more than necessary. People are active more than necessary. People are doing stuff out of their way because they know they are depressed and they don't want you to know they are depressed. So they go out of their way to cover it up, to mask it up, to make you feel like, oh, everything is good, everything is good. But they are going through stuff. My uniques, it's your job, it's my job to be cautious of people around us, to keep an eye on our spouse, on our husbands, on our children, on our family members, to know what exactly. If we know the signs, then what did they say? Identification of a problem is the first solution to that problem. If you can see, Mama Unique is not herself anymore, then you can. She's happy, but she's too happy these days. Because some people don't have to be depressed and sad. Some people can be overcompensating to cover it up so that people don't know. Okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. If this is your first time of joining this group, welcome to the Unique family. Over here, we talk about empowerment, we talk about self-love, we talk about self-care, and we talk about relationship and marriage. We help you discover the you that makes you unique, the you that makes you special. We teach you that there is nobody in this world like you because you are beautifully, wonderfully, and fearfully made by God. That is why you are unique. God does not make junk, and because God created you, there is a reason and a purpose for your creation. You're not just here roaming around. You are here for a purpose, and we help you discover that. We go live on Tuesdays, on Thursdays, and on Saturday for relationship, marriage, and self-care. And then on Sunday, we do what I call spiritual empowerment. I am a Christian, so I use the word of God, which is the Bible, to empower you on Sundays so that you can get ready for the week. So that when the devil comes, you go back and give it one blow. and he ends up with 7 apples with the word of God. All right. So if you have any question, anything you want to know, you can hit me up on WhatsApp, or you can hit me up through Messenger, or you can go to my website, uniqueempowerment.com. All right. www.uniqueempowerment, one word.com, and send me an email. Say, Mama Unique, I want to know this. And then we come back on Saturdays and do Sabi Saturday when we talk about it and stuff like that. All right. So, guys, welcome to today's life. First of all, before I even present the video to you, Chamaka Dim, how are you? How are you doing, baby? Blessed Dubin, Merry Christmas in advance from Blessed Dubin Furnitures. How are you, baby? How are you? Joy has a how are you? Adobe Vivian, are you back, girl? I thought you said you traveled. You were not having internet. Are you okay now? Are you back, sweetie? Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you doing today, ma? I'm doing great, Dubin. Blessing Lady P is watching. How are you, mama? How are you? All right, guys. First of all, I don't even want to waste any time. Let us go. First of all, before we even go to anything, let's talk about what is depression. Because sometimes we hear that word, depression, depression. What is depression? Most of us think depression is, oh, you're crazy. Depression is, oh, some must have gone through something that is bad. Oh, frustration can lead you to depression. Anxiety can lead you that. Disappointment in life can lead you to that. Trauma can lead you to that. Losing your job can lead you to depression. You know, losing a baby can do that for you. Having a baby can also do that for you. Several things can lead to depression. The first definition I have here, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. The first here it says it is a mental condition. It is a mental condition characterized feeling of severe despondence and dejection. It is a feeling, okay, of severe dejection. You feel dejected, you feel nothing is working, you feel you are not enough, you feel you can't amount to anything, you don't believe in yourself anymore, you don't feel good about yourself anymore. It says typically the feeling of inadequacy and guilt. Depression is the feeling of inadequacy and guilt. You always feel guilty for something. Maybe you did something and the guilt is weighing you down. It can lead you to depression or inadequacy. You feel you are not adequate. You are not enough. You don't measure up. You don't, people, nobody's looking up to you. It's a feeling of inadequacy and what guilt is also a feeling of dejection. You feel like you have been rejected. You feel like nobody wants you, nobody cares about you. He continued, and it is accompanied by lack of energy and disturbance of appetite and sleep. Sometimes it's accompanied by you lose your appetite, you don't eat, you can't sleep, and you are always disturbed. You toss in back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. You don't know what to do, you don't know what to look up to, you don't know how to do it. That is the first definition. Okay. Then the second definition said depression is a mood disorder, all right, that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. Remember what we said. It is a feeling of dejection. It is a feeling of inadequacy and guilt. Now, the second one say it is a feeling of loss of interest. You lose interest in everything. And it is also a feeling of sadness. You are always sad. Nothing makes you happy. Even the child that you have don't make you happy. You are not a happy person. So you don't know what to do. Those are the definition of depression. And then you begin to ask yourself, how do you know somebody is depressed? When you can see these four things, they have loss of appetite, they have loss of sleep, they don't sleep, they have disturbance, they're disturbed all the time, they lack energy. Do you understand? They feel inadequate, they have the feeling of guilt, they have the feeling of dejection, they feel like they don't measure up. Now that is the definition. But now I'm going to show you a guy. His name, let me find him, guys. Give me a second. Let me find him so you guys can see who we are talking about today. His name is Twitch. Okay, his name is Twitch. Share my screen. Hold on, guys. Let me share my screen. Oh, let me go to this first one first. All right, share. Guys, look at this. I don't want to play the music so that they don't strike me, but that is the guy. He can dance. That's him, his wife, and his children. You see that? This is all he does. He dances. If you look at this man, will you think he's depressed? Will you ever say he's depressed? We have read the definition, but what will make somebody take their life? That's him, that's the wife, and those are his children. Everything, that is the guy. Everything about him. I'm going to take you guys. Let me stop this one. Stop sharing. And then I'm going to take you guys back. Guys, that is one of the stories. Now, let me take you to another one. I want to take you guys to his Instagram page so you can see. And then you ask yourself, this guy was the DJ for the Ellen DeGeneres show. And Ellen's show just ended last year, okay? And he was a dancer. There's this show they call You Think You Can Dance. He's one of the hosts of that show. He is a celebrity. Everybody loved him. He's always dancing. Hold on a second. Let me go to his Instagram page so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me do this one. I think this is his Instagram. Okay, guys, this is his page. You see that? He answered Sir Twitch a lot because he's always dancing. This is his page. That's him. That's his page with his family and his children. I'm going to play some of this. Guys, I want you guys to see, but I'm not going to play the music. Okay, that's him and the wife. This is all he does. If you go through his page, that's all. So that's why people are saying, how did he delete himself? How? This man is always happy. This man is not the definition of being depressed. This is not the definition of mental health. He's not lack of sleep. He doesn't lack energy. He has a lot of energy. He's always smiling. He's always dancing. He's not, he didn't lose his appetite. This is what he does, my uniques. This is all he does, my uniques. Watch out for your friends. Watch out for your family. Depression is real. Mental health is real. This is all he does. I'm going to go click on another one too. I just want you guys to get a feeling of who we are talking about. That's him. That's all he does. Just dance. That's all he does. That's him and his wife and his family. Look at him. And he can dance. He can dance. He can move. My unique, this is not the definition of depression. This is not the definition of mental health. But what else can make a man leave his wife and his children, take an Uber and go to a hotel, a motel, check in and pow himself inside the room? Nobody even knew. Nobody knew about it. It was when the cleaning people came to clean. When it was time for him to check out, he didn't check out. And the cleaning people came to clean. And that's when they found his body. My uniques, everybody here in America is like, are you sure he deleted himself? Are we sure with this kind of person? The way he dances, the way he's always happy, everything about him is entertainment. That's all he does. He brings, look at him and his wife here. This is all they do. All day. That's all they do, guys. That's all they do. Do you know how she feels? Do you know how she feels? That's him. Guys, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of him, what he does, who he is, and then let's talk. When after watching this, I want us to talk. Guys. And the wife can dance. She can dance too. Do you guys see the energy? Can you look at this guy and say, oh, he lacks energy, loss of appetite. He's always sleeping. Do you see that? No. My uniques, no. I wanted to do this video since last week, but we traveled. So I wanted to wait. Let me stop so I can come to the screen. And I wanted to wait so that I can show you guys what is depression, the feeling of inadequacy, the feeling of guilt, the feeling of loss of energy, the feeling of loss of sleep and appetite, the feeling of you feel like you are not enough, you feel you have failed on something, you feel dejected, rejected, and abandoned. And then your only thought is that I need to out, I need to be out. Do you know why they do that? Because their mind has told them that there is no other solution. There is no other answer to the problem. There is no way they can get better. The only way is to take themselves out of the situation. And they take themselves literally out by deleting themselves. The wife said he left his key, left everything at home, and took an Uber. And like left. You know how somebody will say, oh, let me, everything is here. So they're not going far. He didn't know this man took an Uber and went to a motel, checked in, went in there, deleted himself. And like they say, some people are saying he left a note, deleted himself. And then when it was time for him to check out and he didn't check out, so the cleaning crew now came in and the lady came in and opened to go clean the room. And that's where they discovered he has powed himself. My uniques, who in your family do you notice is not their normal self? Not normal self that they are sleepy or they are normal self because they are overcompensating. Now, looking at this man now, people are not taking a guess. People are saying maybe all this while he was entertaining us dancing, maybe he was depressed. Maybe he was going through some things, but he didn't share with nobody. Excuse me. Maybe he shared with his wife. Maybe he shared with his close friends. We don't know. We are just guessing. Everybody is just guessing and guessing and guessing. What happened? What happened to him? Well, some people are saying, no, we don't think, he deleted himself. Maybe somebody else deleted him and staged it like this. There are so many assumptions, things, ideas, suggestions out there. We do not know why he did what he did. But I want to use this as a case study to talk to my uniques. This Christmas, who is putting pressure on you that you must come home with a car? Who is putting pressure on you that you must be married this Christmas? Who is putting pressure on you that you must bring a cow into your father's compound? Who is putting pressure on you, making you feel like life is not living? Who is making you feel like you are inadequate? Making you feel like you are not enough? Making you feel like everybody has moved on except you? Everybody in your little clique is married except you, my sister. Everybody in your little clique is married, my brother, except you. Is the society, your family, your friends putting pressure on you that without you knowing, you have become depressed? Without you knowing, you don't feel good about yourself. Is your depression sitting down or your depression active? You are covering it up with something. My uniques, I always tell you guys, all that glitter is not gold. Oh, Lord. Okay. Depression is a feeling of inadequacy. That's right, baby. You are so right. Francis Mary said, pressure, yeah, a lot of pressure. Some of us now, your parents are waiting. They are just like this, waiting for you. And then when you come through the door, they look, there is no bag of rice behind you. They look again, there is no car. They look again, there is no goat. They look again, there is no cow. And they do like this. They now want to focus on the ones that brought those things. Do you feel so guilty and inadequate that you don't even want to go for Christmas? Do you feel so bad that everybody in your group, everybody, hi Chinda, how are you? Everybody in your group, Anthony Uba, how are you doing, my love? Welcome, baby. Peace Ugoji, how are you doing? How are you doing? How many of us, your children now as mothers, you are asking yourself, you don't have 200 naira left for you. You don't have 2,000 naira attached to your name. You don't have 20,000 naira, and yet you're going to buy Christmas clothes for your children. You're going to cook Christmas rice for your children. Not only your soul, you will take care of your father-in-law's family. You take care of your own maternal family. You take care of your own part family. And you're asking yourself, where will I get the money? Where will I get the money to do all this? Now, without you even knowing, you have become depressed. Some of you, because you see, in Africa, we don't want to talk about depression. We don't want to talk about mental health. If you were listening to Mama Juliana yesterday about Chacha Eke, that girl was talking about bipolar. How many of us have uncles like that, aunties like that? When they go through their manic time, they just tear things, they fight, and then we call them, hey, oh, unyaro, 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 unyaro. It's bipolar. Some of them are caused by depression. Some of them are caused by frustration. They are caused by stress. And then we call, oh, look, no, Himakwa Kuda Wolo Nyara. Himakwa Mama Unique is now Nyara. She now goes naked on the road. Why most of these people, all they need is medication, proper diagnosis, or we take them to the mental place. We take them to spiritual churches. There was a time I remember when I was young, my mom, somebody invited my mom to come. One of the women invited her to come to their church that they were doing a night vigil, or no, not night vigil, a woman program, women's fellowship program on Saturday from 9 to 12. So my mother said, okay, my mother doesn't help if it's not Anglican, Methodist, Catholic, and Baptist. You will not see my mother. She doesn't believe in Pentecostal churches. She believes in these 4 Orthodox churches. So my mom said, if it is not, she said, no, it's our spiritual church. It's a Pentecostal. My mom said, I don't go to Pentecostal. I don't believe in those things. So she begged my mom and begged my mom. My mom said, okay, I will come. So my mom went, and it was on Douglas Road. I remember the story my mom told us. So my mom said, Douglas Road, opposite Amausa, those of you that grew up in Owerri, Douglas Road, opposite Amausa, there was a building there, and the church was upstairs, the first floor. So my mom said the church was supposed to be from 9 to 12, but my mom went around 11:30. She said she didn't want to go, but she didn't want to disappoint the lady because she's like a friend, a colleague at work. So she said she will go, but she will make sure she goes late. So my mother said when she got there, she climbed up. She said from that step, she started hearing, oh, hey, oh, hey. My mom said, ha, yeah, church in Nara. My mom is very funny. So my mom said, yeah. Why did this woman bring me to? Is this a church for crazy people or what? Why is everybody screaming at the top of their voice? But my mom said she still said, okay, I'm here already. I'm gonna walk in there. My mom said when she walked into the church was dark, just a little light at the altar. Everywhere was dark, window, blind, everywhere closed. So she said, I think they were done. Because she said when she came in, one of the lady came and greeted her and said, oh, ma, you came very late. We have already finished. The people that we finished around 11, the people that stayed behind are the people for counseling and for deliverance. So my mother said, oh, okay. So told them who invited her, told them, for example, is Akudo still here? They say, oh, yeah, she's one of the leaders, she's here. She's inside. Hold on, sit, let's go call her. So the lady left. So my mother said she went and sat at the last pew, the last chair in church, because the noise was too much. So she said she sat down there, she was just looking. On this side, there was nobody on this side except one woman that was like on the floor praying, screaming, who? My mother said she was still sitting there. And then on this aisle, there's nobody on this side of the church except my mother at the end and another woman that was on the floor in the middle. So my mom said as she was waiting, like, I'm about to leave. If they are not coming out, I'm about to leave. She said all of a sudden the woman on the other end now got up. And my mom said she looked and the woman had a chain. They put a chain on one leg and a chain on the chair. My mother said, this is a church for crazy people. She said, whoa, this is a church for crazy people. She said, oh, I'm about, she said took her purse, held her purse and was about to leave. Then the one in front in the middle got up and started, yee! That one had a chain too on the leg. My mother said she got up, took her purse. As she was about to leave, the curtain by the altar opened, and then the woman and another woman held another woman that was also making noise and coming out and was bringing that one with the chain on the leg too. My mother looked at her, said, bye, turn around. My mother got into her car and came home and told us this story and said, Ndara everywhere. That time, I didn't understand it. But when I started learning about psychology, about the human mind, about depression, and I started going to school and learning, I now realized that majority of the people we have in Nigeria, especially my country, that we call Ndara, most of them are bipolar. Most of them are manic episodes. You see, when they lash out and then they go back again. I say, hey, what do you mean? Season now? You may disappear. You may disappear. Most of those things are more about emotional, psychological. More of them are mental. Mental health is real. But in Africa, we don't know what it is. So we group everything under ARA. Ara. Dahara on our family, huh? How wundara. When majority of the time these people are crying out for help. The difference, there's something my sister always said. When my sister, the one that always comes to Unique, the fair one. She said that every one of us is crazy. It's just very few people are roaming. Somebody put that in the comment section for me. He said, so many people are crazy. It's just very few people are roaming the streets. They are the ones you see that are naked on the streets. They are the ones you see that are screaming at the top of their voice. They are the ones you see that you say, Chinda Undara. Every one of us is a step away. Depression can make you go crazy. Frustration can make you go crazy. Feeling of inadequacy can make you go crazy. Guilt can make you go crazy. A lot of things. Having postpartum depression can make you lose all of it. Bipolar can make you lose all of it. Everything, all of these things are mental disorder that happens to you, that happens to me. But the problem we have in Africa, we are looking at somebody that is naked, somebody that is crying, somebody that is talking to himself. Hey, Mama Unique is crazy. That's the only time you think they are going through stuff. You saw the picture of the man I showed you. This man had everything going for him, dancing all the time, happy all the time with his family. On TV, Ellen DeGeneres show, you think you can dance show everywhere. At the end of the day, this man powed himself, deleted himself, took himself out of this world. Who knows what was going on in his head? Who knows what was going on in his mind? I told you guys about the 17-year-old boy here in Georgia. 17-year-old boy. We just buried him about 3 or 4 weeks ago. 17-year-old. Because from what people are saying, his girlfriend broke up with him at 17. My Unique, you begin to ask yourself, what are some of the signs? Did we miss something? Is there something we saw and we didn't take it seriously? That's why I'm doing this show today. I want to educate and empower you so you can open your eyes and begin to look. Look at your spouse, look at your children, look at family members, look at your sisters, look at your brothers, look at your friends. When they start living who they are and beginning to become who they are not, when they are overcompensating, they are doing more. Okay, Mama Unique is an introvert. I like to laugh, I like to, but when I'm not doing over, maybe I'm hiding something. Maybe I'm trying to overdo it so that you guys don't pick it up that I'm depressed. So I'm putting more effort to hide it so you guys don't see it. My Uniques, it is time. It is time for us to reflect and begin to search and begin to look. All right? Let me see what you guys are saying. What did he know about friendship at 17? My brother, I don't know. 17 years. This boy was in high school. One of our children here in high school. There was another one that happened in Houston. He was supposed to graduate from college, but apparently he failed one of the courses. You know how we parents expect a lot from our children. Without even knowing, we put a lot of pressure on them. This boy was supposed to, America here, college is 4 years. You enter August and you graduate in May. So that May, he was supposed to graduate, but I think they said sometime in March, he failed a course. So he had to retake the course. So instead of graduating in May, he's supposed to now graduate a semester like in December. If you miss the May graduation, so you have to retake the class in August, which will end in December, just a couple of months. And this boy kept quiet, didn't tell anybody. So his mother was preparing for big graduation because his parents are rich. They are preparing this, and he's the first child. They are preparing this big party, everything, and he kept quiet, didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew that this was a lot of pressure on him. He didn't know how to tell his mother and his father that I'm not graduating now. I'm gonna be graduating December. That is all. He didn't tell them. And on the day of his party, the day of his graduation, everybody was dressed. Told him he was still in his room, getting dressed, getting dressed. He wasn't coming out. They have bought clothes for him, everything. Getting dressed, he wasn't coming out. Then after some time, he came out and said, let him go to the gas station and go buy gas. He went to the gas station and went to the bathroom in the gas station, pow, pow, and that was it. And left a note that he didn't want to disappoint his parents. And his parents were like, for graduation? What is it? There is no big deal. We would have, even if you want to say you don't want to go to school anymore, we would have liked it than for you to take yourself out. But you see, that is a mental problem. That is for your mental health. When they are in that state of depression, they don't think any other solution can help. This boy did not think that maybe his parents will understand. He did not think that maybe his parents might think it doesn't matter. Maybe his parents would have preferred him being alive than dying. He never, all he had in his mind was, let me take myself out of this situation so that at least if they don't see me, they won't be disappointed in me. And that's how we lost a boy. That was, oh, guys. Oh, guys. Oh. Okay, you're calling all your friends. Pretty Chama, please join us. So I think Pretty Chama is already here. He's already here, baby. My dear sister, that is what happened. Meg, how are you? Sometime let's try to open up and talk. Yeah, let us open up. That's why I'm trying to do this show today. I want us to open up. I want us, when you see the signs, because most of the time when people are going through it, they don't even know. Sometimes they don't know that they are depressed. For you, I'm going to give you guys some signs. When you see those signs, call their attention to it. Juju, how are you? Welcome, baby. You see, when they see the sign, and now he has this exactly. He has disappointed them more than they will ever think. But he looking at that? No, he wasn't. Okay, he would have considered his family. Yeah, he would have considered his family. But you see, the problem is that's why it is a mental problem. At that time, they are not thinking about their mom. They're not thinking about their dad. They're not thinking about anything. All they're thinking about is themselves. How do I come out of this? How do I escape this? The 17-year-old boy, this is your first love. You would have met other girls. This is a puppy love high school. You would have met other girls. But for him, he felt, oh, no more love for me. No more this for me. I can't live without it. I can't do this. And this is how he deleted himself. And a first son. There are two boys and a first son. We just buried him. Pascalina, how are you doing? How are you doing, baby? Before I give you guys chance, because I want to really hear from you guys. I really want to hear from you guys, but I wanted to talk about what depression means. Is the feeling of dejection. It's a feeling of, guilt. It's a feeling of inadequacy. It's a feeling of, you can't amount to anything. It's a feeling that, who am I? There is no solution for me. It's a feeling of giving up. You have given up. There is nothing else to do. There is nothing else for me. and then you say, you know what, I am done. There is nothing else for me to do. Okay? Guys, let me tell you guys something. Always watch out for your friends. My big mom, my dear, hello from Soka in Enugu. How are you doing, my dear? Confidence, how are you? Thanks to have you, baby. You are so right, man. Yes, guys, let me tell you guys something. I want you guys, as I'm saying this thing, I'm gonna make it as fast as possible because I want to hear from you guys. Okay? I want us to really talk about this and really be serious about this because it's time we stop this. So many of our young people, so many of our the people are there are some girls, I know of a woman, it happened sometime here too. This woman had children back to back and back and back. It is not easy. Ask Mama Juju. Those of us that live here, we have no house, girl. We have nothing. So when you have a baby, the baby is awake all through the night. You are awake all through the night. Early in the morning, you want to sleep, but you have to get ready the other children to go to school. By the time you want to sleep, the baby is awake. You still have to be a mother. You still have to be a wife. No house girl. If there is water on this floor, is waiting for you. If there is poop on the roof, is waiting for you. If there is 50 diapers to be changed, is you. There is nobody that will say, let me help you. There is nobody that will say, "Kamnyene gaka." It is you. If you don't take care, when you come to this country newly as a wife, you'll be depressed. You'll be depressed because you are like, this is not, and you're coming from a country, Nigeria, for like for me, where you had help, you had everything. Now nobody is helping you. It is you and your husband. You do everything for yourself. And this woman had a baby back to back, 4 children below the ages of 4, 3 people on diaper. 2 people on diaper, one on pull-ups, and the only one that doesn't have diaper and pull-up is the 4-year-old. And one day, this woman just mixed something, gave all of them, took herself, and that's how the whole her and her 4 children were deleted. I have another lady who was, oh, I loved this one. I know this one very well. She lost her job and she kept telling me, Mama Unique, I lost my job. I have a girl and a boy. I don't know what to do. I can't pay rent. And the father said, move back into the house. Move back into the house. She said she's ashamed because she told her father that she was going to marry the man. And the parents said, no, you cannot marry that man. We don't like that man. She said, oh, that you guys, that's you people's business. So she felt she disobeyed the parents and went to marry this boy. And now the boy he doesn't have any job. The boy had a nervous breakdown. He's in the mental home. She is left as a single mother with 2 children. She doesn't know what to do. She is taking care of the husband, taking care of it's just too much for her. And the shame, guilt, she didn't want to go back home because she felt her parents might say, I told you so. Nah, I told, but she didn't know her parents did not care. They don't care. You are my child. I don't care whether you made mistake or not. You are mine. And she said she didn't want to go home. So after some time, they kicked her out of the place. So she had to take the children to the shelter. But finally, the father said, okay, if you don't want to come back home, let me take the children. Let me just take the children. She said, no, you can take the boy, but I have to be with the girl. Luckily for her, she finally found another place. So she moved in there. Then they released the boy from the psychiatric place. So the boy now came back. But the boy keeps having manic episodes. Sometimes he loses it, destroys things, wants to, delete the whole family. But she still stayed with the man and with her daughter. Then after some time, the man had another nervous breakdown, and the family of the man came and took him and said he is not well enough to be married to you. So they came because they were also against the marriage. So they came and took the boy. So now she was left with her little girl. Her little girl was like 2 years old, the most beautiful little girl I have ever put my eyes on. And then one day I didn't see the girl. I started calling around. What happened to the mom? Why haven't I seen them? And they told me, Mr. Kudo, we are sorry to tell you, but the mom deleted herself. She took antique freeze and gave some to the little girl. But luckily, by the time they came and found them, the little girl was able to be saved. But for her, she was gone because she felt, the shame, the guilt of going back into her father's house when her parents were not in support of the marriage, the boy's parents were not in support of the marriage, and now they have a child. She had a first son, and then 2 of them had the girl. So she was like, no, I don't want to go back. She preferred to go stay in a shelter than to go back. But finally, when she finally got a place, she didn't have a job. She kept telling me, Mr. Kudo, I don't have no job. I don't know how I'm gonna pay. They, here, over here, when you have a mental thing, the government gives you money to help you with your bills. So the little money they were giving her for the husband, that's what she said she was using to pay for the little place they were and the food. But it was not enough. I told her, I begged her, go back to your family. I think they will prefer to have you, even if the boy doesn't come with you, but go at least. She said no, she doesn't want to go. And she stayed there. And one day she just took some antifreeze, gave some to her. So she wanted to go with her daughter. But luckily the girl was safe. The girl is okay now. She was in the hospital for a long time, but she's okay now. My uniques, these things are real. And I want to hear from you guys. But before I hear from you guys, let me give you some signs. I'm going to be real fast with it. Some signs. Please put this in the comment section. Please write it down in your phone. Please, my uniques, I'm begging you. When you see these signs in your family members, in your children, in your husband, in your wife, in your mom, please look out for each other. Look for help. Find help for them. Please. We are tired of hearing the same story all the time. The first sign you will see is the feeling of sadness, the feeling of tearfulness, the feeling of emptiness, and the feeling of hopelessness. They always have that feeling like there is no hope. Ah, what can I do? There is no hope for me. I can never amount to anything. It can never happen. There is no hope. That's the first sign. They don't have hope. They feel empty. There are some people you will talk to and they will tell you, Mama Unique, who am I? I'm a nobody. Why? Why would you say you're a nobody? But nobody knows me. That's a feeling of emptiness. That's a feeling of hopelessness. That's a feeling of fear. That's a feeling that you don't amount to anything. That is the first sign. The sign feeling of sadness, emptiness, and hopelessness. Please be helping me put this in the comment section so that those of us that are not here, when they come back and look at this, they will see the signs. Number one sign, a feeling of sadness, emptiness, and hopelessness. You don't feel like there is hope for you. The reason why you are alive is hope. When I say, I don't have money now, but you see, 2023, I'm a ticker bank. I will make money. I will, because there is hope. But when you look at your 2023, you look at your future, you look at your tomorrow, and you don't see no hope. You don't see nothing getting better for you. My uniques, that's a sign that you are heading to depression. That is a sign that something is not right. When you don't see nothing, you don't see when you give birth to a child, you look at a child, oh, he's 2 months now. By the grace of God, he will start walking by 9 months. But there is hope. There is something you're looking forward to. When you have lost all hope, you don't see that glimmer of hope in their eyes. There are people you look into their eyes and it's dead. You look into their eyes, there is no life. It is dead. That is a sure sign that number one, that is a sign of depression. Number two, the sign of anger outbursts. They can go from 1 to 300. They can go from and they destroy things. They can go from dancing here, being happy, and the next minute they are destroying things. They can fluctuate from here to here in a second. Do you know people like that in your family, among your circle, among your colleagues? Every little thing, you might give them food today, they say thank you. You bring the food back tomorrow, they pour it on you. Tomorrow, you give them a ride, they say thank you. The next day, you stop your car and say, come, they break your windows. They just go anger outburst. They go from one extreme to the other extreme. My unique, that is a sign of depression. That's number two. Anger outburst, irritability. They are easily irritated or frustrated. They get frustrated even over small things. No matter how small, they get frustrated. They get, oh my God. Do you know people like that? You cannot predict them. You can't predict them. Do you have a spouse, a husband that is like that? That is a number two sign that maybe that spouse is going through some depression. Something is eating him up. So he doesn't know how to deal with it. And he takes the anger outburst. He gets easily irritated. And when some men, you say, this my husband is not romantic. Today you kiss him, he will kiss you back. The next day you bring your mouth. Come on, keep your mouth to yourself. Today you will dance and dance and dance, sexy dancing. And you say, oh, baby, that's nice. Tomorrow you dance, you beat you and tell you, what are you? Ashawo, what is wrong with you? Today you cook a ogbono soup. Oh, this soup is the best. Tomorrow you cook ogbono soup, he'll pour it in the trash and say, who told you to cook ogbono soup for me? He keeps fluctuating up and down. She keeps going up and down. You cannot, you are always on your toes. You don't know what to do. My sister, that is number two sign that depression is taking place. Number three sign, loss of interest or pleasure in most of all normal activities, such as sex, such as hobbies, such as sports. They lose interest in everything. Do you know that your spouse, that your child that likes football, all of a sudden, for no reason, I don't want to play anymore? My uniques, don't say, oh, he's not interested. Observe these things and be a mother. Observe these things and be a father. Call that child and find out. Now, why is that you don't want to play football anymore? Maybe somebody might be bullying them over there, you don't know. Maybe the coach is doing some things to him that you don't know. Learn to talk to your children. Let us learn to communicate. Communication is the key. Let's make sure that your communication is conducive, concise, and relaxing, so that a child, a spouse, a partner, a friend, a colleague can come to you and openly talk to you. When you begin to notice loss of interest, a man that used to be a doctor doesn't want to work anymore. A woman that is a nurse doesn't want to work anymore. Your spouse that enjoy being an Uber driver doesn't want to drive anymore. My sister, my brother, find out why. Find out, probe, find out. Sometimes those are signs of depression. It is bigger than what you think. It is bigger than, oh, he's a lazy man. Oh, he's a lazy woman. Oh, she is lazy. She doesn't want to work. She wants to just chop, 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 chop. No, it might not be laziness. It might be a sign of depression. It might be a sign of feeling of inadequacy. It might be a sign of guilt. It might be a sign that he feels he or she is not enough. This is the time we, as a family, as colleagues, as friends, need to dig deep and find out what is going on. Depression, my uniques, is real. It is real. Mental health is real. And it is high time we stop pretending like it is the people that are outside there that are naked walking around are the only crazy ones. We are all crazy in our own different ways. We are all crazy at our own different levels. We need to be each other's keepers. We need to be our brothers and our sisters' keepers. That's number three, loss of interest. I hope you guys are putting it in the comment section for me. Number four, sleep disturbance. You don't sleep light. Most of us, we put our head on the pillow. We never go to sleep. We toss, we turn, we toss, we turn, we do mathematics, we do algebra. We think about our village people. We think about our friends. He says, sleep disturbance, including insomnia or sleeping too much. It can be too much sleep or it can be too little sleep. Some of us, if you see some people that are depressed, they don't want to leave their room. They sleep from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in their pajamas. They don't leave the bed. They don't eat nothing. They don't leave the bed. They sleep. Even though they are not sleeping, they are just on their bed because they don't have interest in anything. They have lost interest. They're not interested. So number four is loss of sleep or too much of sleep. When you sleep too much, something is wrong. And then when you sleep too little, something is also wrong. Some of us will toss, I will get man. We sleep, not they go for our eyes. We day there, we are thinking, what will I eat tomorrow? What will my children do? What the society expects from me? What pressure? My parents say I must be married this December. My brother, it is you don't sleep. That's number four. Loss of sleep, sleep disturbance. It can be loss of sleep or it can be too much of sleep. Number four is sleep disturbance. Number five, tiredness and lack of energy. So even small tasks take extra effort. You know, small tasks like going to take a bath, they don't even want to take a bath. Normal things that are normal becomes a hard work for them. It is hard for them to eat. It is hard for them to cook for themselves. Some of them will stay 3, 4 days they have not eaten. Not that there is no food, but they even to get up from their bed is hard work. You will see some of them will poop on. I used to have a cousin. He lost his son. He had only one son and 3 girls. So that son was his life. And when he lost his son, he went into depression. He went into his bedroom and locked himself. He pooped, peed, everything in that room. He will not leave that room. That my cousin kept going like that until finally he deleted himself. Depression, it is real. My uniques, it is real. Number 5 sign is the loss of, hold on. Number 5 says tiredness and lack of energy. Tiredness to do your normal thing. Everything takes you time. Everything is an extra effort. Brushing your teeth, they will not brush their teeth for days. Oh no, honey, combing their hair will be tattered. They can't. Everything requires energy, and energy they don't have because it takes a toll on them. Mental exhaustion, physical exhaustion, everything, psychological, they are gone. They are tired because they are tired with whatever that is frustrating them, because they are tired with the situation they find themselves, because they are tired with everything surrounding them. So they are also tired with everything. My uniques, this thing is real. Remember, feeling of sadness, number 1, anger outburst, number 2, loss of interest, number 3, sleep disturbance, number 4, number 5, tiredness and lack of energy. Number 5, reduced appetite. They don't like to eat. So you notice they start losing weight. That your child that loves fufu, all of a sudden he doesn't want to eat anything. She doesn't want to eat anything. She's in her room from morning till night. She wants to sleep. She doesn't want to take a bath. She doesn't want to brush her teeth. She doesn't want to comb her hair. She doesn't want to see her friends. She doesn't want to come out in the living room with family. She does not want anything. My uniques, open your eyes. Mommy, open your eyes. Dad, open your eyes. Most of our men might not go through the depression that we women, we are more often to go through it. But sometimes when a man doesn't do what he's supposed to do as a man, when a man cannot provide for his family, when a man cannot protect his family, when a man is being insulted because of ego in front of his wife and he can't stand up for himself, when a man is being bullied, all these things can make a man begin to feel depressed, begin to feel the pressure on him, begin to feel like, as a woman, do you look out for some of these signs? Do you see he is not interested in eating anymore? Do you see the lack of energy in activities, his hobbies, his sports, sex, things that he used to love before? He's not interested anymore. Sis, open your eyes. That man is going through depression. Open your eyes. He wakes up in the morning in his pajama. You go to work and come back by 8 in the night. Your husband is still wearing pajama. He has not left the bedroom. Every tissue, plate, boxers, so everything is surrounding him, and he's just laying on the bed like he has no hope. Hopelessness is gone. My unique, it is time we begin to be each other's keepers. It is time we begin to open our eyes and begin to see things around us. Look at this man. This man was the epitome of life, energy, everything. And one day, he just woke up and deleted himself. For no reason, deleted himself. Maybe he was depressed. Maybe he was unhappy. Maybe he had some mental issues going on. Maybe he had some turmoil, some problems that was going on within him. But the wife, people around him, maybe they know, maybe they didn't know. That's why I wanted to use this as a case study today. My uniques, let us shine our eyes, okay? That's number 5. Now let's go to number 6. Number 6 says reduced appetite. Number 7 say anxiety and restlessness. They are all over the place. They cannot stay still. Right here, some of the children here, we call them ADHD, attention deficiency hyperactive disorder. They are hyper. They are all over the place. They can't, if you tell them sit here, they stand, they sit, they stand, they sit, they stand, they go to the parlor, they go to the bedroom, they go to the bedroom, they go to the parlor, they are all over the place. My unique, start watching out for this, especially in your children. When you notice your child that used to love school now does not like school, Every morning you wake them up to go to school, they start crying. Every time you want to drop them in front of their school, they start. My unique, don't just push them there. Say, come on, come on, come on, go there, go there. Come on, go to school. Mommy has to go to work. Spend time and find out why they are crying. Spend time and find out. Talk to your child. Mom, come, come, come. Why don't you like to go to school before? I thought you love school. What is going on? What is happening in that school? Who is your friend? How does your friend treat you? Do you like your teacher? What does your teacher do? My unique, find out. Find out. The way the world is now, the younger they are, the more they are deleting their lives. Elementary school children are deleting their lives. Middle school children, JSS children are deleting their life. High school children, SS children are deleting. What have they seen in the world that will make them want to delete their life and take their life? My unique, depression is real. Pressures are out there. Frustration is out there. Things are happening. Even as little as that elementary school, that grade school your child is, maybe somebody is keeping them unhappy. Somebody is making them miserable. Somebody is abusing them there. Mama, Papa, step up. Step up and shine your eyes and look and listen. Don't hush them. We are fond of hushing children. Make sure God also shut up. Listen. Pay attention. Listen. Don't hush them. They will ramble, especially when they are younger. 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, they will ramble. They will tell you a story and you think they're making it up, but they are telling you the true story. There was a little boy, longest time when I was teaching pre-K. One of my kids came in and was, Mommy Sakudo, I'm tired. I said, why are you tired, boy? Go sit down. We need to do circle time. Every 5 minutes, the boy come and lay on my leg. I'm like, we all sit on the floor. When we do circle time, we all sit, crisscross our legs, and the children will surround you. And I'll sit on this side. My assistant will sit, and then the children. And this boy kept putting his head. I'm like, okay, baby, why are you sleeping this is just 9 o'clock. Why are you sleeping? I'm tired. I said, okay. So when we finished the circle time, I went and I called the little boy by the side. And I asked him, I said, baby, why are you so tired? You didn't sleep last night? He said, yeah. I said, why? What happened? She said, my daddy was chasing my mom. My mom, they were fighting. And my dad put my mom in the boot of his car and was driving her around the whole neighborhood. My unique, that sounds crazy. I said, what? Your dad put your mom in the boot of his car and was driving around your neighborhood. So where were you? He said, I was in the front seat. I said, oh, please get out of here. But there was something in me that said, this boy might be telling the truth, and I'm here trying to make it look like maybe that's what he watched in the movie. I asked him, I said, did you watch a movie last night? He said, no. I said, so what did you do last night? I just told you, Miss Akudo. My dad had my mom in the trunk and we were driving all through the neighborhood all through the night. I didn't sleep. I said, okay. But a part of me still didn't believe it. So I waited a little bit. I went and I told my director. My director said, oh, no, we have to call DFACS. Because in America here, teachers are what we call mandated reporters, which means I am mandated by law to report any child that is in harm's way. If a child tells me something, it is not my job to say, oh, it is the truth or it is not the truth. No, you report to DFACS. Let DFACS do the investigation. It's not you. Okay? So my director said, oh, no, we have to call DFACS, Department of Family and Child Services. That's what the department that takes care of children here. So you have to call DFACS. So they called DFACS and the DFACS said we should do the proper documentation. This was years, like 2000, 2001, about how many years now? About 20 years now. So she said I should call DFACS and whatever we did the proper documentation. And then the mother of the boy was invited. When she came to school and the DFACS lady was there, my director was there, everybody was there. They said I should say what he said. I said everything. And they asked the boy repeated it. And the mom, she couldn't deny it. She just started crying and told us that she's trying to leave. The man is abusive. And what if I dismissed it? And that is how that woman got help. That woman got help. She was moved out from the man's house. She went to a shelter. She got her life together and everything was good. What if I dismissed it and say, he's lying? Oh, he's lying. That boy. These children can make up stories. Who knows what will happen the next day? Because the man told them he was going to come back the next day and they live with him. Who knows what would have happened? My uniques, shine your eyes. Listen. Pay attention. I told you guys, pay attention. That's why I wanted to do this. Number six, listen. What did I say? Listen. When they have loss of appetite, the next one is anxiety. They are always anxious about something. They are always scared. They are tippy toes on their toes. When you do, they shake. You scream. By the time you say, hey, they are dodging because somebody is hitting them. Somebody is doing stuff to them. These are body languages, my uniques. You have to be careful when it comes to your loved ones, when it comes to you and yours. It comes to your friends, it comes to your spouse, it comes to your children. These are the signs that depression is going on. The next one say slower thinking, speaking or body movement. Everything is slow. Come here. What is wrong with you? I don't know. Give it to me. Because remember, lack of energy is one of the signs. Now, the next sign is slower movement, slower response with their body. Everything is slow movement because they are not there. Their body and their mind is somewhere else. Their body is physically there, but mentally, emotionally, psychologically, they are somewhere else. Mad people are not the only one naked out there. Some of the people in our family, some of the people that are ours and yours and you, we are going through depression without even knowing it. That's why these are the signs. The next one says feeling of worthlessness. You feel like you are not enough. You feel like nobody wants you. Most men and women, when they go through toxic relationship, at the end of the day, if they don't stop to get help, they become depressed because now you're feeling like, hey, Hakudo has left me again. I will never. Stella left me. PC left me. Megan left me. Vivian left me. Adobe left me. Hey, Jesus Christ, I am doomed. I am doomed. This feeling of worthlessness. You feel like you can't amount to anything. You feel like you can't do no better. You feel like he that is down needs fear no fall. It's like nothing good will ever come out of Nazareth. That's another sign, a feeling of worthlessness. Then trouble thinking. You are always thinking of harming yourself. I want to read this particular sign. This one say trouble thinking, concentrating, making decisions, and remembering things. You tend to forget things. Have you noticed your spouse is always forgetting things? You talk about something with them now, the next minute you talk about it, they're looking like, what happened? And they are not old. They don't have Alzheimer's. It's not old age. And you're asking yourself, babe, what's wrong with you? There are certain things that are deeper than those signs you're seeing. And that thing that is deeper is depression, is mental health. And it can something, it's hereditary. It can be hereditary. But sometimes frustration, disappointment, pressure, stress, expectation, all those things can also cause you to be depressed. You don't have to be, his mother is Onyara, his father is Onyara, that's why that girl is Onyara. You don't have to. Certain situations that you find yourself into, you try. You have done and done, and nothing is working. Now the whole Ndota is a Takagi. They are saying, no, you can't amount to anything. A feeling of worthlessness can bring up depression. Okay? And then the last one is unexplained physical problems like backache, shoulder ache, and look at that, your body will start hurting. That is pressure. For me, when I have a lot of pressure, if I have a lot of pressure, my shoulders hurt. I don't know about you. But for me personally, when I am stressed out at work, I'm stressed out with business, I'm stressed out with a lot of things, my shoulders start aching. That's where I carry my stress on my shoulder. My sister in Houston, she carries herself on her shoulder. My other sister, Chinwe, when she gets stressed out here, starts throbbing. She has a very terrible headache right here. It starts throbbing. So find out on your own, where do you carry your stress? When things stress you out, some people say their lungs start hurting. Some people say they can't breathe. They start feeling like somebody is putting them underwater and trying to drown them, like they can't breathe. Some other people say they get a headache, they get a migraine. Some other people say their eyes start hurting. Some other people say their ears start making sound like you have earache. Some people say their tooth. I have a friend, she said whenever she's stressed out, this her tooth right here starts hurting. Take time to discover what happens to you when you're stressed, so that when those feelings, like me, when my shoulder start hurting, that's when I tell myself, Akudo, chill. It's time for you to chill. Take a break. That time you see me, I'll turn off my computer. I'll turn off everything in my office. I'll go to the baby room. I love babies. I'll go sit on the floor with the babies and start playing, or I'll go to the 2-year-olds. 2-year-olds are learning how to talk. So they like to talk, but they can't talk. So you go to the class and they think they're having a conversation with you, but they're speaking gibberish. And they're demonstrating with their hands and their eyes. Mr. Kudo. And then I'll be sitting down there and laughing. By the time I leave that classroom, that pain is off my shoulder. My uniques. When you feel this stress, this pressure, this frustration, this disappointment, this feeling of worthlessness, this feeling of disappointment, this feeling of I'm not enough, inadequacy, this feeling of guilt, when you notice it's coming on you, my unique, it's time for you to say, not me. Find a way, walk away, take a walk, take deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, count. Get yourself, find an outlet. Do you like to draw? Go draw. Do you have a journal? I told you guys, get a journal. I showed you guys my journal. Get a journal. Ooh. I showed you guys my journal. I have it here. I showed you guys from my church. It's a book of blessings. Just go to your journal. Get a book, an exercise book. Write something on it. If it is your outlet, right? If you like to draw, draw. If you are some of us like to go out and have fun, go out and have fun. If you want to dance, turn on your music and dance. Whatever you need to do to take yourself from depression to your happy place, that's what you need. Because that we do not want to hear that one of our uniques or anybody related to us deleted themselves because they were depressed and there was no way out. Remember, they feel they are depressed and there is no way out. Now I'm going to drop the link. Excuse me. I'm going to copy the link and drop the link. If anybody wants to come in, depression is real. So many of us have gone through a lot. That's why, because sometimes we tell ourselves, oh, but Mama Unique, I don't know. Hold on a second, guys. You say, Mama Unique, I don't even know whether I'm depressed or not. I don't even know. That's why I gave you those 11 signs to look out. And just like this guy, in his own case, you saw, excuse me, in his own case, we all saw there was no sign. He had all the energy. He had everything he needed to have. I'm putting it in the comment section. I'm going to put 3 in the comment section. So you guys look at the comment section. I'm putting 3 of them here. And then I'm going to go over here too. I'm going to go over here, guys. Give me a second. I want to put... Okay. I'm going to put it here too for those of you on my YouTube channel. Okay, I'm going to put 3 here too. So if you click on it, if you want to come in, who do you know? There are some other signs we don't even know. Okay? There are some other signs we don't even know. Okay, I see people already. Peace to God. Let me get you, baby. Okay, I see people already. Peace to God. Let me get you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay, go ahead, baby. Peace with God. Let me get you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go. All
Good
right.
evening, ma'am.
Good
Good evening, ma'am.
evening. Good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for this topic. Depression is real.
Turn me down. Turn me down in your back. We
Yes,
are
ma'am. Thank you
hearing
for
it
this
echo.
topic. Depression is real.
Turn me down. Turn me down in your back. We are hearing it echo.
Depression is real.
Turn me down. Turn me down in your back. We are hearing it echo.
Depression is real.
Turn me down. Turn me down in your back. We are hearing it echo.
Depression is real.
Peace, we can't hear you. Peace, I'm gonna take you out. We can't hear you. Let me hear. Peace, we can't hear you. Peace, I'm gonna take you out. We can't hear you. Let me hear. Peace, we can't hear you. Peace, I'm gonna take you out. We can't hear you. Let me hear. All right, go ahead. Hello. I don't know what's going on today. Hello. She left. Please come back in, baby. Come back in. Let me see if I can hear you now. Please send me another request. Let me. Okay. All right.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, my dear. How are you?
Yeah, very fine. Thank you, ma'am. Ma, this topic is really meant for me. Depression, it is real.
Yes.
Like I will always tell you about my life. Any contribution I'm giving, I use myself as an example. Yeah. I married at early stage at 18 years. Men, it was not really easy. It wasn't easy. At a time, I was depressed. Everything you said was real. Even sometimes I will be looking at people, they don't know that I wasn't myself. I will just pass them by. Sometimes I will ask myself, what is this life all about? I have thought of, doing so many things, but thank God for Jesus. Because of that, I entered into Bible college. Do you understand me? I really don't want to say so many things, but my husband dealt with me. We're still living together, but I decided to tell myself, peace, I'm not going to delete myself. No way. We die here. We are going to finish it. We started it together. We are going to end it together. And God's so kind. He was there. God was there for me. He gave me that grace. Sometimes I will leave my house. I will go back to my parents' house. My parents will still ask me, go back to your husband's house. I say, what? What is this all about?
Sure.
Depression came at a time. My children were my hope. They were my prayer partners. They will tell me, Mommy, let's pray. We always pray. It was through my children who formed the habit of fasting. Depression is not easy. It's not what we are saying. It's not the way we are looking at it. I say at a time, I became deaf and dumb. I don't talk to people. I will come to church. Pastor will be preaching. I'm not hearing what they're saying. I don't talk to people. I don't relate with neighbors. I don't talk to anybody.
Sure.
And no man will call me on phone. That's my husband for you. If you call me, he come back and go through my phone. That day will be it. It will be the end of my life.
Wow.
But I thank God, God liberated me. If you tell me that I'll be the one now that I can come out on social media, doing all manner of things, talking to people, relating with people, 1,000 followers following me, because I decided to, kill the depression myself. I use social media to kill it. Some of my friends will tell me, if you're looking for peace with God, you go to Facebook, you will see her. Go to Instagram. Yes, they don't know what I was battling.
What you were going through. That was your escape.
Battling a lot. I was battling so many things. You know? Like the topic we treated on Saturday about some men who don't want their wife to come out. They don't want you to do this. They want to boundaries so that because they want to level you. They don't want you to open up.
Yes.
I have gone through that stage. There is no stage you will tell me in this life I won't tell you. But God has decided to beautify me. He has decided to make me outspoken. He has decided, because I use my story to tell people, the youth in my church, I talk to them, and I use my life. I say, see, whatever will be, will be. If God says you will be deleted in this home, you will be deleted. If He says it's not yet time for you, you will be there and see that person being deleted. You understand? Depression is real.
Very
It
real.
is now I told myself I have grown. At 40, I should be able to know what is good and bad. Though even children go into depression,
Yes.
it
Yes.
is real. It is very, very real. I am a testimony. I have gone through depression. I have seen that it's real. It is not something, it's not a child's play.
At all.
Depression is real.
It's
As I
real.
talk to you now, I'm saying it in a social media. This is a social media that many people are watching it all over the world. My husband dealt with me. Till now, he doesn't have mouth to tell me. Even when he was down, I was there for him, taking care of him. He doesn't know how to look at me because I went back to school. I trained myself in the University of Ibadan. I told myself, peace, you will be what God say you will be. No man will come here and march on me and shut me up. No way. You dare not. I read political science. I can play politics very well now. And I'm still furthering my education. I told myself, I'm going higher. Because he wanted to bring me down. He married me and feel he can, tie me, tie my mouth. No way. I liberated myself with the help of the Holy Spirit. I didn't do it on my own.
Amen.
But depression is real. I'm telling everybody, when you see all these signs, when you notice you don't no longer talk again, you don't talk to neighbors, please speak up. I didn't keep quiet. So I ran to church. When I noticed that church was not doing anything, I ran to my lecturers. I was just running everywhere. I ran to my husband's office to report him in his office, his director general, everybody, they knew me. People were like, Arapo Lawanya, Arapo home. I needed help.
And that's what we are talking about. It's not
Arapo, once you shout, is when you keep quiet, like Osinachi was deleted because she decided to keep quiet. Hey, Makanyaga, see me here again, here on a meme Zunumoshi. Here I name, here I name, you know. I opened up to so many people. I even told my only girl, I have 3 boys and a girl. I have 3 boys and a girl. I told my daughter, you will not go through what your mommy has gone through. It is not a good thing. That is why, like Madam Mommy Akudo will always tell us, not by 7 chaplets in Ishinwa, more by the 21 chaplets. My daughter will never spend 21 chaplets because I was born in Catholic before I went to Redeem. I married and joined Redeem. So I'm still part of that Catholic. That Catholic blood is in me. Our Mary Mother is still there, intervening, interceding for us. Because depression is real, my fellow uniques. Don't look at me. I'm smiling, and I have gone through a lot. But God has decided to liberate me, and set me free from bondage. It was not easy. It was not easy. And I know the patient dog is the fattest bone. I have seen all. And look at me bouncing. You will hear my testimony. By this time, 2023, I will share a church card with every unique in this platform. Let somebody shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, baby. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, whenever peace comes up, I'm telling you, guys, I tell you, these things are real. This is not a joke. People are going through things, but you cannot think of deleting yourself. You saw she ran to the church. She said the church did not even do much for her because most of the time the church will tell you, go pray, go pray. But apart from, you need to pray because God is real. I'm a Christian. I believe in the power of the Holy Spirit. But I also believe in doing the work. You have to find a way. Her outlet was social media. She used social media as her outlet. Some other people will use work as their outlet. They work. Some other people will go to business. Okay? All right, peace. That was so nice. Dachi, let me hear you.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, my love. How are you?
I'm fine. Oh, each time I listen to you, I don't know, I get more strength. Thank you. Keep it up.
Amen.
Okay, talking about depression. I think most of it, why people get depressed is not speaking out.
Yes.
A lot of people don't speak out because of what the society will say. They don't speak out. And you see them dying in silence. Like myself, people see, they say, Chama, you are too bold, you are too, they say I'm very blunt. But to be frank, speaking out have really helped me. Sorry, it has really helped me. I cannot stand here to be talking about, I shouldn't be talking about maybe my life, personal life, or the rest. If you talk about that, I think I am most depressed, if I may put it that way. I'm not. It's not about the disappointments from men and the rest of it, but in everything, I thank God. Just like my sister Peace has said, I like social media. I find solace in social media.
The
Facebook.
outlets.
Yes, I can say in Facebook till 12. Some people will say, Chama, I don't sleep. I say, you go and sleep. Why are you on Facebook? You understand? If you are not there, you will not see me. So stop coming so that you will not be seeing me. But nobody knew what I was going through. You understand? I find friends there. I find companion. As in, if I want to, I would say that Facebook really helps me a lot. When I listen to people, sometimes when I read people's testimonies, I get encouraged.
You get hope.
Yes, yes, yes. So most times I can relate to a younger like Peace. This is my younger. I call her my younger sister. I can when my head is full like this, I'll call her. I say Peace. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that you're gonna start like
Ishejule.
she will encourage me, and after speaking with her, I'll be fine again. That is it. It might not be telling everybody about your problem. You understand? But find solace, can get confidence from somebody whom you can talk to, relate with somebody. Don't keep it to yourself. Keeping it to yourself, you are causing more harm to
That's right.
yourself. That's what I. And make friends, make good friends. Don't be man alone. Don't be woman alone. It kills. Loneliness kills.
Yes. Thank you,
Another thing
Daddy.
I want. Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
I don't. The society have made a lot of single ladies. They put pressure in them
Right.
so
Yes.
much. They put pressure. People talk about single mothers. Hey, we want to help the single mothers. Where are the single mothers here? But nobody's talking about the single ladies. It's not every single lady have a boyfriend or
That's
a
true.
man friend who takes care of him or her. You
That's
understand? The society should not be mounting pressure on single ladies. Them too they are going through a lot of things, which they might not really want to open up to tell people
open up.
maybe
Yes.
all their disappointments, what they have gone through. So they need that care. They need that encouragement. People should learn to encourage them. So at least this is what I have for now.
Thank
I
you,
still remain
Daddy. What she said is true. Single girls go through a lot. My sister told me, she said the problem with being a single girl, she said that the problem with being a single girl is that every married woman is looking at you like you want their husband. Every single girl is also looking at you like you want their boyfriend. So she said you cannot win. The married women don't like you because you be side chick. You want, even though you're not interested, they say you want their husband. Then the single girls that are engaged, they're looking at you with one eye too because they think you want their man too. She said, nobody wants you. Then the society looks at you as a shower because you are not married. Oh, you must be an ashawo. So she said, Mama Unique, where do we stand? We no stand for married. We no stand for single. We no stand for society. Society think as long as you're single, you are somebody, you are sugar, you are a side chick to somebody. You they destroy homes. The society look at you like, why you never marry? Even church people, they look at you like, sister, what kind of behavior you get where you don't want marry? So it's like they are stuck between the rock and a hard place. They don't know where to go. And that alone can depress somebody. That can make you feel anxious. That can make you feel guilty. That can give you sleepless night. That can make you be watch night in the night without sleep. That can bring a lot of signs that I just said. So many of those signs. Okay. So what she said is really true. Okay, let me hear Tochi. Tochi, come on.
Mommy, good evening, ma.
Good evening, my love. How are you?
I'm fine, mommy. This topic of depression is really a very nice topic because I have been into this depression, and what made me to go into depression is my family. when my family was against me, I lost everything, everyone. I was stay in short. I don't even write letter say I won't die.
Child.
I finished writing a letter. I wanted to commit suicide, like end this world, because things was not working the way I thought. Like my family being against me. It
So
was,
how did you come out of it?
I mean, it's this phone that I'm holding no because every time, every minute I'm with my phone, I make sure that I charge my phone and I come to social media. I socialize with people.
You see?
I call people on phone to interact with them. That's how I was able to come out from it because it was so heavy for me. Like even when I finished my school, when I finished my education, so we are having problem in school. So they said we should pay some huge amount of money before we could proceed for youth service. So I was going through a lot. So after everything, I started having problems with my father, my mother, like everybody, my brothers. They were against me because I'm not married.
Child.
So, but I thank God that I'm alive. Like I'm
And
alive.
social media helped you because chatting with others, listening to other stories, it made you happy. So it took you
Yes,
from that back place, took you from the
yes.
bad place. Yes. Wow.
That's why I don't do without my phone. Even though I don't have a recharge card or data, I always borrow just to be online. Sometimes my friend will be like, "What are you doing with your phone? Can't you just stay without your phone?" I say, "You won't understand because this phone has done a lot of things for me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't stay. I can't even do without it right now. Except maybe I look for something I'm doing for me to cope." And now they are back. Like they want me back. My parents, my family, they now want me back because when they see that what they wanted to do to me, they didn't succeed. Whether maybe it's the devil that caused
It's the
everything. I don't
devil.
know.
It's the devil that yeah, because they don't you are their child. They don't want to intentionally hurt you. But the devil, you see, the devil is what do I tell you guys? The devil is looking for a crack. They can
Yeah.
slide in and use anybody that is available.
My mom, I really don't want to remember what she did to me. That
Wow.
was on 3rd of January this year. She was there when my brothers was beating me, harassing me. They threw my things out of the house. Mommy, it was really painful. And my
But
dad wasn't around.
but you know one thing, now they want you back, right? Have they
Yes.
realized what they did wasn't good?
Yes, my dad has been calling and begging me, telling me that they are sorry, that I should forget everything that happened, that I should just come back. So I don't have any choice than to go back. They are still my family, no matter
That's
anything.
your family. That's
They are
what I
still my
wanted to
family.
tell you. To err is human, but to forgive is divine. We all make mistakes, and the devil can use, like when my children do stuff and I get mad at them, and then after I get mad, I will maybe yell or whatever. Then I'll call them and give them something. And my son Bucci, that one, he gives me trouble. You say, "Mommy, how do you yell at us on one hand, and the next hand you want us to be lovey lovey? How do you do that?" I say, "Because I am not yelling at you as a person. I am yelling at the behavior. You have to
Yeah,
learn to separate the two. Your parents are your parents, but the behavior they did towards you was wrong. So unless you separate the two, you cannot forgive them. But when you separate the two, then you can forgive the behavior and still love them as your parents."
exactly, ma.
So
It
I
wasn't easy. It
I
wasn't easy.
reach out. It's not gonna be easy, baby. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not gonna be easy because the mind is a powerful thing. Every time you want to be cozy with them, your mind will bring up what they did.
Exactly.
Every time you want to be happy, your mind will, maybe your mom will buy something and give your mom, and then all of a sudden your brain will say, "Look at her rejoicing. Is she not the one that left you there?" It will bring up the past. What is left, the power is in your hands to say, "Yes, he did that. She did that to me. I remember that. But I, really, I'm going to let it go." Because your power is in your forgiveness.
Yes.
The power you have over them is in your forgiveness. And forgiveness
Yes.
is not about them. You know that, right, baby? It's not about them.
Yes.
It's about
Mm. I
so
thank God I
don't
survived, no
take it
matter
by
what.
force. Oh. Don't take it by force. It's a gradual thing. Gradually, but I promise you, you will get there. You will.
Yes. Someone told me that maybe I should just pretend that nothing happened, but I should have it at the back of my mind that they did something. I said, well, no problem.
Don't
I can
pretend.
let go.
Don't pretend, but learn to let go. I don't want you to pretend. Let me tell you the evil of pretending. What pretending do is, this is the rug. Okay, this is the rug. Instead of you to take something, this thing, and throw it away, you keep hiding it under the rug. Under the rug.
Mm,
One of these days, you're going to trip on it, and you're gonna fall. Pretending, you keep pretending and suppressing. One day it's gonna bust open. Then that day they will say you don't become mad. That day you start tearing things. Because now you can't take it anymore. But what I will advise you is take it a day at a time, but let it be actual forgiveness. But it's not gonna happen, bam. I taught you guys forgiveness doesn't happen, bam. But start making
exactly.
thoughts. Go there, visit them. Whenever that thought comes up, tell that thought no. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so he is. So when that thought, put that thought on that subjection. They did that. My mom is still my mom. Because remember, what you are angry about is the behavior, not the person. Your mom still loves you. Your brother
Yes.
still love you. Your father still love you. It's just the behavior they did towards you. You have to separate the two. Then you gradually begin to heal.
Mm.
All right, baby?
Thank you, mommy.
You
I
can
appreciate.
do it. Onumekwurora, you can do it. I believe in you.
Yes, mommy.
I love you,
Thank you so much.
baby.
I love you, Baba.
All right, bye bye. Adobe, my love. Ngwa, come on. Guys, this is so good. This is so good. Come on, Adobe. Is it Adobe that I called? Adobe, come on, mama. Ooh, Adobe, maybe she doesn't have network. Oh, hello? Ah, Adobe didn't have network. Okay, pretty, come on.
Hello.
Hey, my love, how are you?
Hi, Ma. Good evening.
Good evening, my love. So, what's your
Can you hear
contribution?
me?
Yes, we can hear you, baby. We can.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about my own experience. I had two experience, though one was
Okay.
severe, the other one was just minor. The first one was about when I gave birth to
Mm-hmm.
my first daughter. I had her through CS, which I never intended to. Like I
Okay.
was not expecting it. It was a smooth journey until the ninth month, and then doctor said it was going to be a CS. So, though
Mm-hmm.
I refused, but I later agreed to it. So
Mm-hmm.
after the CS, I hated myself. In
Ooh.
fact, I even hated my baby self. As whenever she's crying, I don't even look at her. I will just keep quiet and leave her. I hated myself. All I was thinking about was just to delete myself. Whenever I look at the mirror, I just want to delete myself because I felt worthless. I felt I was no longer beautiful for my husband, that my
Oh.
body is now shapeless, my tummy is now so rumpled and all that. To the extent that there was a day I even broke a mirror to use it to delete myself. But my mom was around that day. Luckily, she heard the sound of the mirror and then rushed in and was able to rescue the situation that day. So
Wow.
depression is very, very bad.
It's very real.
It's real.
It's real.
Like if I didn't experience it, I wouldn't have known. So what helped me was I had to open up to her and tell her this is what I've been passing through since I gave birth. For that past 3 months she was there, I told her everything I was passing through, all my thoughts and all that. So from time to time, what she was doing was she's always engaging me in talks, as in with gist. She doesn't like me staying alone. Because whenever I'm alone, that's when those thoughts now come. And I'll now look for what to use and kill myself and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Then secondly was because of my daughter. My daughter is a special need.
Mm-hmm.
After having her like almost 5 years of marriage without a child, and then I had her, and then the issue came up. So the thing got me really depressed. Like whenever I look at her, I'm so angry. And then my mom had gone back then. before we discovered the this thing, because they diagnosed her of
facial
cerebral palsy.
attention, yeah.
Yeah, the diagnosis of cerebral palsy. So when doctor told me that, I had to go and Google it, and I was like, oh God, like my world has come to an end. I never expected something like that on my child. So anytime my husband goes to work, because I was always staying at home with her, I'll
So you
just
be
my
crying.
thoughts would just be, as in my thoughts would be, why not delete this girl, and then take in and get another baby, you know? That has always been my thoughts. But what helped me was this phone you're seeing. Many
This
people
phone
might
is
think, yeah,
phone has saved so many people. Oh.
yeah, many people might say, this woman is always online. Does she even cook for her husband? Does she do this? I do all those things. I take care of my home very well, but this phone is my companion. Like, whenever my husband is out and I'm alone with her, I just start pressing my phone, because if I'm idle,
Because
that thought will just
yes,
come into my head.
right.
So my advice for uniques out there is, whenever you're having all these signs that mommy talked about, talk to somebody. Don't always stay alone,
Just
because
stay.
an idle mind is a devil workshop. Talk to somebody, open up to someone, you know. So
Wow.
depression is real. It's real.
And my sister, you know, what you had was what we call postpartum depression.
Yeah.
And it happens to almost 80% of women. Remember,
Yeah.
we be slave mamas, we be slave
It's
queens.
true.
You get your shape, your breast, everything standing, you're behind, all of a
Yes,
sudden,
now.
you now have this little human being looking up to you like, I want to eat. I want to eat. And you're
Hey.
watching your breast that used to be standing back. Your breast is
I
going,
know.
it's going,
Una kpọ isi ala.
it's going down. And your behind that used to be pom pom is now going. It's like you begin to dislike yourself. You look at
Yes.
yourself, your stomach is there, and then with C-section, your stomach is there. You have to heal from the scar, and you're looking at yourself like, what happened to me? And you know that when you were dating your husband, one of the things he talked about was how your shape was Coca-Cola bottle.
Yes.
You can see Odeku shape.
Let me smell Deku shape.
You can see Coca-Cola anymore. Now Odeku, Stardia.
Hey, mama.
And it happened to the best of us. You're looking at yourself, you're like, why did I even get pregnant? Who called me to be
Yes.
pregnant? Look at it. You look at yourself. You look at yourself again. And as you're looking at yourself crying that you have lost your shape, the little tiny human being is looking at you like, I'm hungry. Can I eat some more?
As in, they cry. Annoying cries there. Hey. Sometimes if you start crying with them.
You start
Like when
crying.
they start crying, you start crying
Yeah,
with
let me
them.
tell you, when I came to America newly, I told Mama Juliana this story. When I came to America newly, this is somebody that I was used to somebody doing something for me. Then I came to running a home. I don't know left from my right. I came from university looking all sexy and mama, slim mama. I'm here. I got pregnant. Number one, I cried because I didn't want to be pregnant. So when I now got pregnant, I said, Jesus Christ. I said, okay, let me deal. I will throw up everything. I threw up the first 3 months of my pregnancy. Nothing entered me. I would throw up. I was so angry at myself. I lost more than 15 pounds the first time. Then finally, I started adding weight. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't rest. Finally, this baby came. My daughter can cry. My daughter had a PhD in crying.
Crying. Like the one I gave birth to now. Yana 5 and 6.
My daughter and Aqua 5 and 6. And then my husband came and spoiled the whole thing for me. My husband will always let her sleep on his chest. So now when my husband is not home, the girl cannot.
You want that? Yes.
And I was scared that if I don't sleep good, if I sleep with you, by the time I wake up, my leg will be in your face. I'm all over the place. So I was scared that what if she rolls off, and then I fall. So and each time I put this girl, she will scream. I cried. One particular night, I was just crying.
Yeah.
My daughter was crying. I was crying. I sat down. You know the way you get up from the bed and sit on the floor with my back up. I was just crying, Mama.
Oh my God, I can imagine.
Mama, I was just calling my mother like a 2-month-old baby. I was crying and crying and crying, talking to myself, and my daughter was looking at me. She was like maybe 2 weeks old. She was crying. Now that I started crying, she stopped crying. I think she was saying, this woman is crazy.
Yes.
She stopped crying. I was just looking at me. And then
Yala.
and each time I would look at her, she would smile. So I'm like, who is even smiling with you? I want to go home. In short, the conclusion, I'm not married anymore. I'm going home. God saw what my mind was. I took my daughter and I just put her on the way you take a baby and say, I'm tired, I'm not doing anymore. And maybe I forgot she was an infant. So she bounced on the bed and went up. Chioma, I didn't like I was that fast. I went to say I caught my baby, because had it been my baby fell, that would have been it.
Another story, yeah.
I ran and I caught my baby, and now I just sat down and started crying. My mom said she was sleeping in Nigeria. That's how God is. My mom said somebody tapped her on her shoulders, and she woke up, and the voice asked her, where is Akudo? My mom said, Akudo is in America with her husband. The voice said, are you sure? My mom said, oh, no. My mom got up, rang the bell. I took the bell. The phone, Mama. I said, what? What is going on there? Did the husband hit you? What is wrong with you? I said, Mom, I'm tired. I'm not married anymore. I want to come home. Your husband, I say he's at work. My mother called my husband and said, if anything happens to my daughter, if anything happens to my daughter, my husband ran and came back around 2 a.m. My husband took my daughter and told me to go to the other room to sleep. Do you know I slept from 2 a.m. till 2 p.m. the next day?
Wow.
That's how tired my body was. I'm telling you, having a child can take a toll on a woman.
Yes, now.
Most people don't know. It takes a toll. You are awake, you're taking care of a human being, somebody depends on you 100%, you still being a wife, you still being a mother, and then you have a child that has special needs. Baby, kudos to you. It's not easy.
It's not though.
Thank you. Kudos to you, sweetie. It is not easy, but I want to encourage you. You have started doing it, and God is faithful. Yes. God is faithful. And now you have another infant. God is faithful. And luckily, you have, I always tell people, have a way of escape. Your escape is your phone. Your escape is your social media. Your escape is
interact with people.
Unique now. That's your escape. That helps you get happy, be friendly, laugh with people. And that's my advice. Whenever you notice all that, please, hold on a second. Whenever you notice all that, make sure. Okay. So make sure. Hold on a second. So make sure that you have an outlet. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, my love.
Welcome, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Wow, this is deep, guys. This is really deep. Stephanie, I'll get with you. Let me get with Tonya. Hello? Tonya. Hello.
Hello, good evening, ma.
Good evening, my love.
Good evening,
How
ma.
are you? Hello. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, ma.
Good evening, my love. Good evening. We can hear you.
I'm fine. I'm fine, ma. I'm very fine.
Okay, go ahead.
What is this? Can you hear me, ma?
Can
you hear me, ma?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Mommy, this topic or this depression, it has once happened to me. Like when I was pregnant before I gave birth. That time I felt so rejected. I felt somehow I wasn't happy at all. I feel like taking up the pregnancy. I was like some of my classmates, the ones that went for youth service, some of them would call me and ask me, are you not, why this pregnancy? Are you not preparing to go for your youth service? Won't you learn your clearance? You've not even run clearance, you are pregnant again. So why did you allow this? Like I cut those friends off. Like some on social media, I even block some of them. So I unfriend them. So I stopped taking their calls. So on the other hand, I was really like every time going to church adoration. That was what helped me out really. And this social, so going to church, playing, asking for delivery, so that at least I can bet Lily without any complication. Be staying away with those friends. And sometimes, what's that? Sometimes too much over expectation.
I think you're breaking up. It's Ella. I just put the link in the comment section. I'm going to put 2 in the comment section. So you can come in if you want. Toya, we can't hear you, baby. I'm going to take you out and let me bring Steven. Stephanie, come on, baby. Stephanie Uche.
Good evening, ma.
One.
How you doing, ma?
I'm great, baby. I'm great. What do you have to contribute?
In fact, today's topic is really a deep one. It's deep.
Yes, it is.
Deep. I remember when I wedded in 2020, when I wedded and we went somewhere. There is this family that stays outside the country. The mother is white, while the father is an Oluman in Imo State. Their son, 18 years, that has everything he wanted, they give to him. They came back for holiday in Imo State. So that night of crossover to the next year, the guy was rushed to the hospital. The small boy, they said the boy entered to the toilet, locked himself, and deleted himself. Just like that. I was like, when that news got to me, I was like, what is happening? What is it? What is really the
What
matter
does
that
he want
this
that
guy?
he didn't get?
What does he want that he didn't get? He has a car. He's going to a good school. He has everything. His parents are well to do that they provide everything for him. So why did he now delete himself like that? Why? I was like, so many things are behind this. So this depression is a deep one. That was like, can you imagine? People are celebrating Happy New Year and crossing over. The family is mourning over their son that they just came back to Nigeria for a holiday, and that was how the guy that has been over outside the country for over how many years just lost his life, came to Nigeria and take his life. People were saying maybe it's something spiritual that the village in Ayele or something, maybe the Ojigwedi. In my mind was this thing, there is something bothering this guy that maybe they didn't find out.
They didn't,
The
maybe they
parents,
saw the symptoms, but they didn't follow up.
yes, they
Sometimes
didn't
you see
follow
the
it up.
symptoms,
So
yes,
he came, maybe it's peer pressure, or
no
there
pressure,
is
yes.
something beneath that made him take his own life. So depression is something very deep. So that is where we need to be observant. We need to be observant. A way to get out of this depression is, if the way we say, communication. Be
Communicate,
observant.
be
Be
observant.
observant. When somebody is too excited, look into that excitement, or the real,
Or the quarrel, that's right.
or just for cover up.
Cover
So
up.
when somebody, yes, some
Because
people, they might,
not every depression is down and sleepy and tired.
yes,
Most people
yes.
cover up. They cover up. Yeah, they do too
They
much.
cover up so that people will not know what is, and they will go and do the undo. So
That's
that
right.
is it. That is it. You need to pay attention to family members, and we need to have people around us that will be encouraging us.
That's
Because I remember someone that gave birth and that almost tilted to this. That it's not even almost. She was really depressed, but because she had people around her that was keeping
an
close
eye.
contact with her, yes, talking with her, encouraging her. That is the most. Encouragement really helps in this depression of a thing. Encouraging people and making them feel that, see, that you don't have this thing, You can have it
It's not
tomorrow.
the end of the world.
Encouragement. Yeah, you don't overwork yourself. Encouragement. Don't put yourself on unnecessary pressure. When
Mm.
you see somebody that is being pressurized, just encourage. That is very important to overcome this depression and all those things. So that is very real. Oh. May God help us. Things are happening.
Amen. Oh, thank
Very
you,
real.
my
God
love.
help us. Yes,
Thank
ma.
you. Guys, you had that. He said when a lady gets to a certain age without finding a spouse could also trigger depression. That is so right. It will. And most of the time, communication. I always tell everybody, my children, everybody around me, I tell them, see something, say something. When you notice, I've had friends, they don't even know, but I start looking, I say, are you sure you're not depressed? I had a girl, one of my friends, we were talking. So we went to one Sam Club to go buy stuff. So we were talking and talking, and she kept talking. But because of me, when you talk to me, I'm listening to you. But I'm not just hearing what you're saying. I'm also hearing what you are not saying and what you're hiding. And I hear that by your body language. And then she kept telling me she's tired of teaching. She doesn't want to teach no more. She's frustrated with teaching. She's this, she's this. And then she kept repeating it. I said, my sister, are you sure you are not depressed? Maybe you should talk to somebody. Find somebody to talk to. She said, yeah, I'm trying. But sometimes it's so hard. And then after about a couple of weeks, she called me and said that she finally had to go see a therapist, that they say she was depressed. And now she's getting help. So depression is real out there. Okay? All right, let me hear from you. Umo Korongwa, come on, let me hear you.
Hello, man. Good evening, man.
Hello, my love. How are you?
Hello.
Hello, we can
I'm
hear
fine,
you.
man.
How are you? What do you have to
Okay,
contribute?
man. I'm fine. Just like you said, in where I work, they normally post some student nurses to do IT. So there's this student nurse I observe. Each time they come for duty, she doesn't miss up, always in. She will go to the male hostel, always sitting down there, always. And I call one of the male nurses, say, what is wrong with this lady? Then I said she has once had, she's depressed. It's like she involved herself into monetary thing, and she's owing over 2 million, whether 2.5 million, a student that he has even once, about twice now, have the thought of deleting herself from this life. And I call her, see, so that twice now, students, I don't know what she involved herself that is make her to all amount up to 2.5 million. He's owing people. And I call her, sit her down. What is it? Before she now open up that the first time she had a heartbreak with the guy he was going out with. They all plan, I think they've been going out for like 3-4 years. Suddenly the guy said he's not interested. That was why the first time he had the thought of deleting herself, that was what caused it. Because before we now,
I
talked to my matron.
Because the guy didn't want to marry her.
Yeah, he said that was the first time he had this. She was depressed. She now had the thought of deleting herself instead of, after spending her whole 4 years, put everything. Not that they didn't quarrel, nothing happened. The guy just called that he's not interested, that his spirit doesn't want again. They should go their separate way.
Wow.
So we now call the principal, that the principal should put eye on her anytime. They should not allow her to be alone, because each time she come to duty, she doesn't want to mix up with every other student. She will just go to a separate part and sit. She will go to a separate, just sit all through before, if there is time to go out, she will come out, carry her bag, go. And there is one of my cousins too. That one, he even took this snapper, this thing that they used to kill mosquito here. Snapper, that is how we call it here. Took it.
Good. Continue.
So she took because this one, that's my cousin brother. They delete himself. Because his business was not going well with him. Even he said the wife at home is frustrating him. Instead of him to face all this, when the wife have gone, the children all went out. Just took the snapper. Thank God, Immediately he took the snapper, someone entered the and they saw him. And that itself even affected the lower limbs. For months, he could not walk with the limbs. So,
are you serious?
Because the effect of the chemical. Yeah, so.
So, but thank God
So,
he didn't delete him, right?
Himself, yes. He didn't delete himself. Because they will have to rush him to teaching hospital. He stays there for months before he could recover.
Hey,
there's some of those things. Little things we still have to look for this depression. Someone that is depressed, we've seen they go into gambling because they are depressed. They go into gambling, doing just to
alcohol, all those things. Yes.
Alcohol, smoking, heavy drinking. Yes. Even some people do shoplifting because they are depressed.
Yes.
Some overeating, they eat excessively because they are depressed. They are just
trying to hide it.
Keep themselves.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So wow. Those are some of the things we still have to look out for in depressed people.
Wow. Thank you, my love. You be nurse now. Now you go educate us.
Even we still have so many postpartum depression. Even one lady, that one even have to go into psychosis.
Oh my God.
Now the baby is with the mom. She could not take care of the baby again because there was no help. Maybe as she was depressed, that was they noticed on time. Maybe they took him to a psychiatrist, get her some drugs, but they just left her. They are believing that maybe she have done something. That is why, all these superstition belief. So they just left her. Now she's roaming about.
Our problem. That's our problem. We believe in those things than we believe in the medical diagnosis.
So, yes, exactly. So the lady now, the baby is with the mother. He doesn't know where.
Child. Thank you, my love. Thank you. What she's saying is real because there's a lady I know. That's what happened to her. She said when she had her baby, her own depression was so bad that she didn't even want to take care of the baby. She didn't want to touch the baby. She said the baby would be crying. She would just be looking at the baby. If the baby is in the living room, she goes to the dining. She does not want. And then her husband kept telling her, do you think it's normal that you had a baby and you don't want to touch your baby? You don't want to take care of your baby? She said, I just don't know. Maybe because I'm a first-time mother. The husband said, no, something is not right. And then she went to the doctor. The doctor referred her to a psychiatric doctor who now diagnosed her that she had bipolar. And then having the baby was a trigger for her. It triggered it. Now she's on her medication and stuff. But we Africans, we prefer to believe that it is our neighbor, it is our village people, it is our friends, than to believe that it is a medical diagnosis. Okay? She said people with depression may also experience difficulty concentrating, difficulty making decisions, and thoughts of S-word. Treatment for depression typically involves a combination of medication, psychotherapy, and lifestyle changes. That is right. Most of the time, you change your lifestyle. If that we want to help you identify your triggers. Triggers are the things that trigger that feeling. The things that trigger, maybe when you hang around your friends that are married, does it trigger you feeling like you're inadequate? You don't, then we trigger you. Find the single girls that you have fun with. We give you coping skills to deal with those things so that way you are not always triggered by those things. What triggers you? Whatever it is that triggers you, we try to find solutions, coping skills to deal with it. You go for psychotherapy, where you go for your therapy and stuff like that, and then medication. Sometimes they have to give you some depression medication, anti-depression medications, bipolar medication, all those things just to stabilize that chemical imbalance in you. Guys, I don't know what's going on today with this cough. So those kind of stuff, all right? Brahmasha says, coming to depression is not what anyone should pray for. No, you don't even wish it on your enemy. You don't. Whoa, Gentle Breeze, where have you been? I haven't seen you for a long time. Depression will slowly drag you to the grave without knowing you are on the point. Yeah, that's what depression does. Like she said, we have talked about so many reasons: loss of appetite, sleep disturbance, lack of energy, anxiety, all those signs. But what that our nurse Deborah said is true. Sometimes excessive drinking. People drink because they are depressed about something. So they use alcohol to make them forget. Use of drugs can also be a sign. Somebody that you know that doesn't do drugs, all of a sudden he's now shooting off, he's sniffing, he's drinking, he's taking Ubo. Most of the time they are trying to hide something. Those things are trying to suppress that feeling of depression. Then another thing is gambling. Some of them also gamble. When they get anxious, they start gambling. They will gamble their whole life. That's another thing. And then, like she said, also excessive eating. Maybe you're not the kind of person that eats all the time, but now you find yourself everything is good, everything you're shoving into your mouth. That can also, those four things can also be signs. It doesn't have to be lack of sleep. It doesn't have to be lack of appetite. It can also be you have energy, but you're gambling too much. You're drinking to excess. You're doing drugs now, and then you are, gambling, eating too much, doing things in excess, overcompensating. That can also be signs. Okay, let me see. Let me add you. Is it Peter? Hello? 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 Peter? It's too noisy. Okay, where are you? It's too noisy.
Sorry, I can hear you.
How are you?
Hello. I can hear you. Good evening. Yes.
Okay,
good
so what do you have? Good evening, my dear. What do you have to contribute? Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
You can hear?
Yeah, we can hear you. Continue. We can hear you. Hello?
Oh, depression of a thing that I think it's the worst I've ever heard. You know, there's this guy in place. Hey, hear me? Hello?
He's breaking up. He's breaking, but we can hear you. He's breaking up.
Okay. There's a sick guy is going managed to extent, and all of everything was like going to. So as a graduate, I know that things are good in that way. So it's able to survive, but everything. Okay. Can you hear me now?
I'm gonna let you go. I'm not hearing you that well. I'm gonna let you go. All right, Thomas Shangen, come on, let me hear you. Thomas Shangen. Hello? Hello? Thomas? Hello? Thomas, I can't hear you. Peter, you wanna come back? Let me see if I can hear you. Hello? Okay, I don't know. Peter is not working either. Ugo, see? Ugo, come on. Ugo, resend that thing so you can come on. Ugo, resend, click back on the link. I saw you, but by the time I clicked, you were gone. Guys, the link is in the comment section. Ugo, you can come back. I saw Ugo, see Ugo. Thomas, I can't hear you. I don't know why. Okay. All right, guys, come on. Thomas Shangen. Okay, let me add you again and see if you can come up. Okay. All right. Excuse me. I put the link in case you want to come. Unemployment also after graduation could also, yes, it can. That is a feeling of worthlessness, a feeling that you can't do much. King Cynthia, you are right. A feeling of, you can't even provide for yourself. You can't provide for your family. You can't take care of your family. You can't do nothing. It can trigger depression. Yes. Mabel, welcome to our life. Chatting with others and keeping good friends around you. That is the key. You had so many of our sisters say that how they came out of it was chatting on Facebook, talking with friends, getting to know friends. Okay. Some mothers are not helping issues at all. Yeah, some mothers put a lot of pressure on their children. Every time they come back from the meeting, they'll tell you, oh, Mabel, Akudo's daughter is married now with 3 children. Okenko's daughter is married now with 3 children. And they say these things without minding. But at the end of the day, they don't know that it is you. Ella, come on, baby. It is you that they're putting that pressure on. Brahmasha, hold on. Let Ella talk. Ella, Oluchi.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, my darling. How are you?
Good evening, ma'am.
Ella.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, baby. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. Ella, talk. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Ma, can you hear me?
Talk.
Good evening, ma. I'm
Good
fine.
evening. Good evening.
Can you hear me, ma?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Talk. We can hear
Hello.
you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes. Guys, I don't think she's hearing us. Ella, we can hear you. Oh, okay, Brahmasha, come on. Brahmasha, go ahead. Brahmasha, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm so grateful for this topic that is going on. You see, depression is real. The most important thing that everybody should know about depression is that sometimes we are the cause of that depression in one way or the other. Depressions come in different aspects, but we don't always try to treat the cause of our the cause of our depression, because lacking the knowledge of Word of God contributes much to this depression that we are talking about.
That's right.
You see, depressions always being when somebody loses hope. We don't need to lose hope in every condition or any situation that we are in. We have somebody that we will call in any situation that we are in, being the Lord Jesus Christ or our God. We have to
Hello, Brahmasha. Hello. Brahmasha, we can't hear you anymore. Hello. Bramasha is breaking up. Bramasha, we can't hear you anymore. Oluchingwa, go ahead. Oluchi, go
Hello, ma.
ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
My network is really disturbing me today.
Yes, so we can see.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, my love.
Our this our topic. This our topic is an interesting topic. Depression of a teen has really caused a lot of harm to many people today in the world. And because of this depression, most people today have lost their life. But for me, I just have some remedy. Or when you are depressed, one of the things I would say, when you are depressed, you should learn how to love yourself. Accept yourself for who you are. Love yourself. Accept yourself for who you are. Meet with yourself. Where am I today? Secondly, do exercise, because sometimes exercise can help relieve depression. When you do all this exercise, look for something that you can do. If it's walking around, walk. It will help relieve the depression you are facing. Then also, know that today isn't indicative of tomorrow. What you did not achieve today, you can also achieve it tomorrow. Even though you put your effort that this thing I'm doing today, I did not achieve it, know that there is tomorrow, and tomorrow you will also achieve that thing. Then another one is do the opposite of what the depressed voice asks you to do. For example, some people, when they are depressed today, you see that maybe it will tell them, take this pill, go to the bush, hang yourself, kill yourself. No, don't do that. Do the opposite of what that voice is telling you. If it's asking you to kill yourself, don't kill yourself. If it's asking you to take this poison and drink, don't do it. If it's asking you go and hang yourself, don't do it. Do the opposite of what what the depression is telling you. Then set attainable goals. Instead of you compiling a list of tasks, consider a smaller goal. Like, for example, if you want to clean the house, you know that cleaning the house is a big goal for you. Instead of cleaning the house, why not pick out some trash from the house, some of the dirt from the house, like maybe if there is pure water or nylon, just pick it up. This will help you to avoid depression. Instead of you involving yourself in bigger goals that will later lead that will depress you, it's better for you to set a smaller goal. Then reward your effort. All success are worthy of celebration, and all goals are worthy of recognition. Recognize your own success. Recognize that I've achieved this thing, I've done very well, I've succeeded. Recognize it. This will help you to avoid depression, because when you recognize it, you see that recognizing your own success is a powerful weapon against depression. It will help you to avoid depression. And also, spend time with loved ones. When you are depressed, spend time with loved ones. If it's watching movie, go and watch movie. If it's playing drum, play drum. If it's playing trumpet, play trumpet. If do something that you enjoy. If it's painting, if it's coming to online, watch videos, watch live, watch. If it's reading your Bible, do it. This will help you to avoid depression. And also, when you also spend time with nature, it will also help you to avoid depression. Spending time with nature, for example, looking at the beautiful things that God created, it will help you to know that if okay, for example, I don't know if imagine how the imagine how ants or how the bird feed. You can take a picture of it and know that if I'm being depressed, is it that God don't care about? If God can be able to care and feed the flying creature compared to me, God can do something more than that. So looking at creature can help us avoid depression. Depression is something that is common in this world. Many people today are facing are facing depression, and it has killed a lot of people. I can remember when then that was my year two, abi my year one. That was my year one in university. That was as of 2016, abi 2016. Then my school then they said no school fees, no exam. So most people they they were not able to pay their school fees. It led to a lot of depression. Many people took their life because they will say, my
Hello? 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 Oluchi? I think Oluchi's network is acting up. Chai. Okay, Brahmasha, let's try you again and see if it will work now. Brahmasha. Brahmasha. You're back. Continue.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. We can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Brahmasha,
Hello.
we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like where I stopped. Okay. Thank God for that. Like where I stopped. You see, depression, as I already said, is nothing somebody can pray for. But the issue is that from where I stopped, the issue is that we don't help ourselves. We don't help ourselves during this period of depression. There are some issues that we have to treat when we have all these depressions. First of all, those things.
Oh, the network today is just dealing with you guys. I'm telling you, the network is so bad. Brahmasha. Hello, Brahmasha is gone. Guys, let me tell you, like what Ella said, those are ways you can deal. Some of us right here now on this life is depressed. Some of us are going through some things. Some of us have the pressure. These holidays, you don't know where you spend it. Some of us have the pressure. Marriage. Am I gonna be married this December? Some of us men have the pressure on them, like I thought, do I want to go home and see my family? I still haven't made anything out of my life. Some of us are anxious. Some of us are losing sleep. We are anxiety. We have lost faith. We have lost hopelessness, everything. But there are ways you can deal with it. Number one, you have to know you and know that something is not right. All the 11 signs I said, you notice 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, or even 6 of them, or even all of them, you know something is not right. When you know yourself, you have to accept yourself the way it is. Yes, I am depressed. Don't be ashamed. It has happened to the best of us. Hey, if I say I'm depressed now, they will say I'm crazy. I don't want to say. No, if you're depressed, you're depressed. You need help. Acknowledgement of problem is the first solution to that problem. If that, my dear, that's the way it is right now, I don't feel good. Right now, I'm depressed. Right now, I'm feeling inadequate. Right now, I'm feeling guilt. Right now, I'm feeling like I'm not amounting to anything. I'm worthless. I'm anxious. Accepting, that's number one. Communication, number two. You have to speak to somebody. You see something, you say something. Speak to somebody. Find somebody that will help, not somebody that will gossip. Not somebody that will take your story to the whole world. Not somebody that will go sell it to tabloid. Not somebody that will go post it on social media. Somebody that is there, reliable, confident, that will listen to you, give you a listening ear and a shoulder to lean on. Communication, you have to say it. And then you can do things to distract yourself. There was a lady I was speaking to. She told me, I'm a teacher. And when I get stressed out, I work out. Exercise also helps, because what exercise does is it takes your mind off what is depressing you and put your mind on something else. Go and do exercise, or find a hobby, or find a sport that you like. Some women like crochet. You do crochet. Some women like weaving. They weave. Some people like doing wig. That's the time they do their wig. Some people like braiding. They braid hair. Find something, either a sport or a hobby or exercise. That's number 3. Do something that distracts you. Number 4, surround yourself with friends that believe in you, that love you, that want to be there for you. Not friends that want to come close because they want to gossip about you. Friends that are going to be there for you. That's the 4th thing you need to do. And then number 5, learn to do things on your own. If marriage is what is disturbing you, find single girls that are single so you guys can do things together. Those are the ways you can take your mind off depression. Find things to do. An idle hand is the devil's workshop. Let's get Chinda. All right, Mr. Chinda, come on.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm okay.
All right, what do you have to say today?
Well, what I have to say is, this depression of a thing. I wish we can. There's one course then when I was serving. They call it guidance and counseling or something, counselorship or so.
Mm-hmm.
So those people, their major aim was those core members that are having issues. We just direct them to those people. Though all of us are core members, they try to help in the little way they can to see how they can help you. So we hardly have those things. Like, it's not well known here. You understand? It's not well known. Okay, like what happened here. That one was 400,000. Our brother took sniper and moved himself. You understand? Yeah.
What happened? He took 400,000 from the company?
No, they were, now this contribution, they want to work their transformer. So they were giving the money to hold.
For him to hold, to fix the transformer.
Yes. So maybe he used the money for something else. Nobody knew. And the dad was angry that this is a boy, he normally gives money. Now I'm broke. He will say, okay, I take. But why didn't he come to him to like tell me, okay, Papa CEO, I spent that money.
Hey, Jesus.
He was very handsome boy, very handsome boy. So you see, those are the things. Some people don't speak out until it's very late. They don't speak out until it's very late. So that's why I said, if we can have those people like a humanitarian services where they focus more on depression as a case study in their offices around Nigeria, it will go a very long way.
Yeah, in America here, every school has a school counselor. Every school has a school counselor who her door is open or his door is open. If there is a death in the school or there is something happened, every child goes in to see the counselor. Every school here has their own counselor, 1 or 2, depending on how big the school is. Most of the businesses here also have counselors. In case anybody is going through, they have the psychiatric department. In case you go there, because they know that human beings, a small thing can trip us. A small thing can change us from this place to this place. So if only we can do the same thing in Nigeria. Because most people are crazy out there, but you don't know. You don't know.
Yes.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah. So that's why that one is my own opinion. If we can have such a thing, it's going to help. So, and we need more awareness about this.
Yes. Because in Nigeria, it's looked at as it has a stigma attached to it. Do you understand? If somebody wants to marry you now, the first thing the mother will ask is go check whether there is madness in their family.
Yeah. Yes.
That
number one.
Is a handsome boy, you agree. But please go check if they have madness. And once they come back and say, the senior brother and a madman, or they say, God forbid, my daughter is not going there.
That's true.
Because that's how we judge it. There's a stigma. It's a thing of shame. So even when you are suffering with bipolar, you don't want to say, because you don't want people to label you as crazy. And that's the
That's true.
awareness we need. We need that awareness so that people can
Yes.
understand that it has nothing to do with shame. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, my brother. Any other thing before you leave?
Nothing much again, but I want to say like for those ladies and men that they couldn't buy Christmas gift for their kids, they shouldn't think more or bad about it. It's normal. If you cannot make it now, there's hope for next year. They can do better. Let's
Exactly.
not kill ourselves of just one day Christmas and
And that is
start
over.
putting ourselves.
Yeah,
Yes, 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 yes,
that's right.
yes. That's my
Thank you,
advice now.
baby. Thank you. And what Chinda said is true. There are some families, if you don't have Christmas present for your children, you know you can make your own Christmas present. Excuse me, if you're a creative person, you can go out there, get your little things, make a card for your children, give them card, write something sweet. You can do this thing. You can go to where there are people that have roses, get some roses, put it together, put something and give your wife and say, we don't have it this time, but we know tomorrow. You can make your own, you can cook for them. Christmas doesn't have to be toys, it doesn't have to be clothes. You can say, okay, this Christmas I have money to, I will slaughter one chicken, and then we use it to do pepper soup and a very nice correct stew, and we go chocolate it. That's Christmas. You don't have to do anything extraordinary. All right, Brahmasha, let's see whether this one will work now. All right, Brahmasha, continue.
Okay. Okay, I'm back. Network is disturbing, really disturbing.
I know. Continue.
Yeah, but thank God that I'm back. So,
yeah.
The issue of this depression, we all, as a human being, know the positivities and the negativities. Mm-hmm. Whenever you always having negative thoughts, that is when this depression will continue to enlarge. Mm-hmm. When we remember that anything we don't have today or the problem that we are having now, tomorrow will be no more. Mm-hmm. You see that depression will come less. But we all think about what we eat or how somebody have done us wrong. God will change all those negative things that makes us to think about that. It is a change of mindset that will help us. Will bring us out from this depression. Mm-hmm. But people doesn't know that. They only see within the limit. Say, oh, I'm dead. Without this, I have lost hope. Without this, I can't live. Because of the situation I'm facing, because of that, which is only negative thoughts. But we should know depression causes mental illness, which sometimes we will say it is a spiritual something. Not spiritual something, no, because your thoughts makes you to, okay, because of my brother did not do this for me, my sister did not do this for me, my mother did this for me, my parents did this for me. For that, I have losing hope. Let me go and kill myself. But without knowing that tomorrow will be better. When we can be able to notice that whatever that is happening now is just a temporal, then we have to put negative thoughts into our lives. Speak positively, and the positive things will happen to you. But people only dwell on the past or what had happened to them. They don't believe that tomorrow will be a different ball game altogether. We have to tell ourselves the truth. We have to tell ourselves the truth. Some of this depression was caused by us, not by what people did to us. For instance, somebody break your heart, you want to get married, somebody disappoints you. Better Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello.
It's breaking, but we can hear you. Continue. Mhm.
Without believing that.
Oh, Brahma.
Okay.
Okay.
Without knowing or without having the mind that you lose today, tomorrow you get better things more than that. We can take, for instance, what happened to Job. Job, upon all the things that he had suffered, he still have hope and believe in God. All those things were restored back to him.
That's
But
right.
here, we don't have, we say, let me go and commit suicide. For that, I have disowned everybody. That is not it. Speak positive words, and the positive things will come back to you. Let us not dwell. Say, because I did this. Because majority of people that has been speaking here or have spoke here are only dwelling on the things that happen to them. They don't dwell on the things that will happen tomorrow. So it is better for us, every one of us, to queue to Jesus Christ, knowing that He's the author and the finisher of our faith, knowing that every situation can change. So there is no need of having a negative mindset. Negative mindset brings negativities to our life. We better move on with positive things. If somebody breaks your heart, forget the person, trust on your God, and move forward. That is the things that can make us to make depression to come down. But whenever we continue to dwell on how this person treats me, how I felt, how I did that, dwelling on the past, all those negativities will not lead us to anywhere. Rather, it will lead us to depression. We better think of better tomorrow than dwelling on our past. I can end here so that others will have their say.
All
Thank you.
right. Brahmasha, thank you very much. Thank you. Samuel said, I saw a video of a woman that the baby has almost fall down from her back. People were shouting and calling her, but there was no answer from her. Depression is real. Her baby was about to fall from her back, and everybody was like, Madam, 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 look. She was not hearing them because she was somewhere else. And what Brahmasha is saying is real. Mindset, change your mindset. If you are always thinking negatively, negativity will follow. Chiamaka, come on.
Good evening, man.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, mommy. How are you, mommy?
I'm great.
What I have to say is that depression is very, very, depression is, something, how will I even put it safe? Because I'm like me now, when I just got married, because I get married early. So when I give birth to my first child, my husband don't want me to do anything. I will not finish my school. I can't go to work or any other things. So anytime that I'm at home, only me, I will just be thinking, I will be absent minded.
Right.
I will just be thinking. I will be so depressed. I'll be so depressed.
So how did you overcome it?
If I like that time, he don't allow me to press phone. He don't allow me to do Facebook. Nothing will keep me busy. Nothing. Even if he notice that I enter Facebook, he will just seize my phone. What I only do is that my little son, I will be talking to him. I know that he's not hearing me. He will just be saying, And for me, anytime that I'm all alone, I will just be angry at myself. Why do you marry? it's like I will just quit marriage. It's time to go. Something like that. Since one old woman around us just advised me, you have already give birth. If you leave the baby, you just want to suffer the baby. So I have to cope. Then I start to struggle. We will not go to school. No, I will go. As in, we'll be bargaining, we'll be dragging. You will not use phone. I will use phone. Like that, but thank God, Sha. Thank God, Sha. Today, I let her finish. Have my BSc. I now use big phone. I can, as you know, come online. So depression is very, very bad.
It's very real. It's very real. You see, there are different ways. You see how you dealt with your own. Okay, Chiamaka, thank you very much, my darling. Okay, you saw what Chiamaka did. In Chiamaka's own, she said after some time, she told herself, you know what? If the husband say you're not going anywhere, she said she's going. If they say don't press phone, she'll press phone. She became stubborn. And that is how she fought her own. She became stubborn. Now the husband had left her. She finished. Some men will don't go do the same thing she did, though, because he worked for her. Does not mean he will work for you. You might do your own. Your own decimal 5 So, because you work for her, but find a way to make yourself happy. Change your mindset. That's one of the ways to overcome depression. Change your mind. Is it the devil? An idle hand is the devil's workshop. Don't just sit down there and be idle. Ajayi Missy, come on, baby. Don't just sit down there and be idle. Make sure you do something. Because if you're idle, that's when the devil comes. Hey, look at you. You're quiet here. He's there chasing women. He's there. Hey, look at you. You're fat. You're fat. He doesn't want you anymore. You see, the devil will start putting ideas. That's why you do something. If it's school, if it's business, find something to do. Ajayi Missy, come on, baby. What's up?
Hello. Yes, good evening, ma.
Good evening, my love.
Hello, good evening, ma.
Good evening.
I'm fine, ma. Yes, ma.
What do you have to contribute?
This topic, I love this topic. Depression is very real because I've experienced it before. The first time when I lost my job, I was so depressed. When my husband would go to his own working place, only me, I would sit at home. I would just be thinking, at the end of the month, no, now, so I won't collect anything.
Money.
I would be thinking to the extent that my blood pressure was very high during that time.
Yeah.
But I now sit down and say, I have 2 children. If anything happened to me now, what will happen to these children? And my husband will be advising me, but I will not listen to him because he's going to his own working place. So later on, there is one I now think is me that I sat on my own. I say, I must find something to do now. So one woman is in my street. I used to sew clothes from her. I now went to the woman. And I say, and I'm interested in doing this thing. So the woman now say I should come. Are you hearing me, ma?
I can hear you. Continue, baby. I can hear you.
Is that? Then I went and learned something. That's how I overcome that side. Then the second depression, when my mom was sick, she was seriously sick that time, to the point of death. I want to cross the main road. I don't know the time. In fact, it's God that saved me. That I was away. I don't even know why. Maybe I'm moving or not. So is one woman that come and push me the other side and say, what happened? Because I was far away.
God, your mind wasn't even there
At all, because our first my mom and my sister, which is the first child, has died. My father has died. Is me. I'm now the first. I was just thinking, no job. What will I do
So
now?
what will I do? What will I do?
Everything was, in fact, depression is very, 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 very real. If you don't put yourself together, something bad might happen. So it's good to you. It's normal for human being to think, or to think about something, or to feel depressed, but you must learn to put yourself together.
Get yourself out of it. Get yourself out of it.
Yes, so that you get yourself out of depression, because things are really, really happening. Things are happening very, 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 very well. That's my own thought.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you, Ajayi Yemisi. My sister Ivy said there was a time last month I sunk into depression. It took a great deal of strong will to get me out of it. Some people, when you fell into depression, it takes a lot. It takes a toll on you, because it's all about mental. It's what you're thinking. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his head, so you are. Because if you're thinking about, I'm done, how am I going to pay school fees? How am I going to put food on the table? How am I going to pay rent? How am I going to take the children to school? It's only me. Then your body will begin to tell you, it's too much for you. You cannot take it, though. It's too much for you. You cannot take it. Then your mind will begin to tell you, why don't you just leave everything and go? Why don't you just leave everything and go? Then your spirit will tell you, the best thing for me is just to delete myself. Let me delete myself and go. Let me delete myself and go. And that is how it happens. That's why we will see. I have to show you guys this thing once more before I leave. Okay? That is the reason why you will see a vibrant man who we just saw, happy, doing everything. And in one day, he just left. Everything about him. This is this man we are talking about. That's the man we are talking about, my uniques. This is the man we are talking about. His life is what inspired this video today. Just watch. That's all he does. He has energy. He looks to us like he's happy. He looks to us like he's enjoying his family. He is always doing something, playing something, saying something. There is no dull moment with him. My uniques, it's time we begin to look deep into our family. Him and his wife, that's all they do. That is all they do. And that girl can dance. That girl can dance like him. Guys, look at, we just lost this man at 40 years. Nobody will ever believe he was depressed. Nobody will ever believe he was dealing with mental health. Everything about him was happiness, was joy, was fulfillment, was dance. You think you can dance? He was one of the hosts for You Think You Can Dance. That's all he did. My uniques, that is all he did. Look at that. That's all he did. That's all he did. Depression can come in different sizes. It can come in different geographical locations. It's not just in Africa. It's not just in America. It's not just poor. This guy was rich. He was loaded. He had money. He had a beautiful wife. He had children. Geography does not stop depression. Race, white, black, green, yellow, Caucasian, Hispanic, African, black, does not stop depression. You tall, you short. This guy is a very tall guy. Did not stop depression. Nothing. Very, very handsome guy. That's all he did. Dance. There was nothing about him that made us feel like, oh, he was sad. He was not sleeping. He looked depressed. He was not dressing well. He didn't do good. This man was everything about vibrant, about life, but he took his own life. Lodged into a hotel 14 miles away from his house, left his key, his car. Look at, guys, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is all they did, him and his wife. And then you begin to ask yourself, When he was doing this, was he happy? When he was doing this, was he hiding something? Was he going through something he didn't want anybody to know? Was it so hard for him that he could not take it? That's him and his son. His son can also dance. Look at that. A wonderful father, a beautiful friend, an exciting human being, loved by his parents, his family, his wife. Everybody loved him. And one day he woke up and said, that was it. My uniques, it is high time we begin to look inwardly into our families. We begin to look into our friends. We begin to look at our children with a different eye. Don't look at them with the eye you have been looking at them like, oh, everything is good. Oh, Mama Unique is always laughing. Oh, Mama Unique might be hiding something. Mama Unique might be going through stuff. When you see something, my Unique, say something. When you see something, say something. Don't say, oh, she's always acting weird. Maybe she likes to act weird. It's not about being weird. It's about seeing something and saying something. Mental health is real. Depression is real. Look at them, the whole family dancing. Guys, who will ever believe that this guy would take his own life? Left a beautiful wife and 2 children, left everything he had, left the dance, left the audience, left everybody that believed in him. What made him think, I'm done? Something made him feel, this is the end for me. I don't have to do no more. Something made him say, I'm done, I can't do no more. Look at that. Happy birthday to his grandfather. That is his grandfather. He just celebrated this, and then he took his life. He just celebrated it. This is one of the, see, this one they say, this was Happy Holiday Sunday dance. This was the dance he did before he took his life. My unique, the question you ask yourself, what was pursuing him? What was making him think that it wasn't worth it anymore? What was making him feel like, I'm done, I don't want to be here? Your husband, your wife, your children, your mom, your dad. Whenever you see your mom, she doesn't look happy. She wants to sleep 22 hours of the day when we have only 24 hours. They don't want to go to work. A man you married that used to go to work, all of a sudden what he wants to do now is gamble and smoke and drink. He doesn't want to leave the house. He's unhappy. My unique, depression is going on. All right, Mary Francis, come on, baby. You've been sending requests. Come on. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, my
Good
dear.
evening, ma.
Good evening. How are you?
Hello. Good evening, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening. We can hear you. What do you have
Hello.
to
Good
add?
evening, ma. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you. Continue.
I'm fine, mommy. And you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm fine.
All right. Tell us, what do you have to say?
Okay. What I want to say is depression is very, very real. It's very real. It can happen as a young lady and as a married woman.
That's
like
right.
in Mommy Juliana show yesterday, I was saying I had a depression, postpartum depression, that I had to come over it with the help of loved ones around me, my mom, my sisters, and I told myself I won't give up. One thing about depression is it will come, and it is devil that triggers it, and at times stress, it will come. Depression will always come to us as human beings, but our ability to say no to depression matters. To stop thinking, because at times I might be in my room doing something, that evil thought will come, and I'll say I reject it. I will not die. I will not kill myself. By then I'm saying no. The devil will flee, because devil is always in the corner looking for who to devour. When that thought comes, feeling that life, in fact, am I not useless? What am I even getting? Let me end it all.
What am I even doing here?
What am I doing? Let me end. The thought will come. What am I doing? Let me end it all. So it depends. If you, as a person, say, no, I will not end it all, I have more to life, then you will see that it will flee. Because there was a time I was having evil thoughts, but I was able to overcome it because I said, no, it will happen. I can't. Suicide is never an option. Suicide is never an option to me. And it happened in my street where I even lived. A young lady, just on a beautiful morning like this, just say she's dead. What happened? Just a young lady in their compound that she hanged herself in a street close to us. What happened? That I bought her fiancé left her. Say, wow.
Oh
So
my
it is
God.
that thought that came, and she was not able to control it. And at times, when you are
Uncontrollably.
far from the word of God, and when you are far from the word of God, this suicide, some people they think it as nothing. Yes, when you are far from the word of, some people they feel, what is there? I can take my life. Let me just go. Because I
Mm.
work in a school environment. Sometimes you see in a hostel, they say this girl took her life. No, at times they feel it, they see it as normal thing. Let me go, Joe. Let me take my life. What am I living for? So for me, the advice I'm giving to every one of us is that no matter the situation, let us not be give into depression and evil thoughts. Suicide is never an option. No matter what, even I know the country is hard because many people are going through a lot. Many people are depressed. I was chatting with a man. He said, "My dear, I cannot do without drinking. It helped me forget some things that made me depressed." I said, well, drinking too cannot solve. That is only Jesus that
It
can
makes
help.
it
He said,
worse.
man,
It
you
makes
will
it
not
worse.
understand that
It
I
doesn't
like
help.
taking this alcohol, this sachet, because when I take it, as if I'm not thinking anything again, and I've been moving on. I say, wow, you see, that is the remedy. So everybody, this country, Nigeria, most people, everybody is depressed, but we are not giving in. We are standing, we are coming out strong because Jesus is going to help us, and I believe that there is nothing God cannot do. So for me, suicide is never an option. Depression must surely come, but I will say no to it. Thank you, Mama.
Amen.
You are
Amen,
doing a
baby.
great
Thank
job, ma.
you. Thank you, baby. That was very nice. You see, all those thoughts will come. The Bible said that evil will come. Those things will come, but you will pass through them. Even though you go through the valley of the shadow of death. So that means the valley of the shadow of death is already there. And going through it is already there. But you will go through it. You just have to believe that there is a light at the other tunnel. Love yourself. Talk to somebody, get help, surround yourself with people that you love, and do things that occupy your mind. Change your mindset, change your mindset, change your mindset. When negativity comes into your mind, reject it. Say no. Remember what the Bible says: the devil's work is to what? Kill, to steal, and to destroy. He is like a roaring lion seeking whom to devour. That's all he does. So he keeps dropping those thoughts in your head. What are you going to do this Christmas? Your husband just left you. Your children are looking for Christmas. What are you going to do? And then that thought will come into your head. And then you begin to think, oh, I should go to the store and steal something. I should find somebody to scam. I should do now. And your mind is telling you, go do it. Or you know what? Why bother with all these things? After all, your mother is alive. Your father is alive. Just delete yourself and let them take care of the children. Then it's no longer your problem. It's now their problem. And if you don't hold yourself, the Bible says, taking a hold of those thoughts as captive. You get all of them and hold it and say, "Nehi kaba mba no no. No, I'm not gonna do it." So you hold those thoughts together. When those thoughts drop in your head, you tell them, "No, I'm not gonna delete myself. No, I'm not gonna take my life. No, I'm not gonna go 6 feet down the ground. No, I'm not gonna leave my parents here. No, I'm not gonna leave my children. It is hard. Yes, I know it is hard. I accept it is hard, but I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to be right here and find solution to it. Find something doing. Occupy yourself. Like I suggested, there's so many things you can do. Occupy yourself with a new hobby. Occupy yourself with sports. Do exercise. Change your friends. Get friends that motivate you. If you are somebody that believes in social media, there are so many good channels on social media. Don't go get involved with drama. Don't go get involved with drama channels where they are gossiping. Get involved with motivational channels that motivate you. Okay? Ivy say, oh yes, very true. I battle depression, hence my always posting and pouring my heart on my wall to free my mind, because depression messes with your mind. Yes, it does. It messes with your mind. So for Ivy, she likes to post on her page. She likes to write on her page because that is how she gets it out. Another problem is that you speak up and people mock you and belittle you. Hence, you bottle things up. That's another thing. Remember what I told you guys, my unique, be the change you want to see out there. Change does not happen overnight. It starts with you and it starts with me. When somebody, your friend, opens up that she's depressed, don't laugh at her and say, Chineke, tomorrow, what they do is they bottle up. They don't say nothing anymore. They don't share what they say with Juliana. Juju said depression is real. They don't say anything to you. They don't want to deal with you anymore because they feel like, why open up to you? You're going to make fun of me. So please, my uniques, be the change you want. Treat people the way you want to be treated. We are mandated reporters. You see something, you say something. And when you see it in your friend or your colleague or your family member or your mom or your dad or your cousin or your nephew, talk to them, help them out, and don't turn it into a topic for gossip. Don't gossip with it. It happens to the best of us. It might be hard today. It might be you tomorrow. So you don't come and be making guy with it. Okay? All right. Another problem is that you say, okay, I have already read that one. Let me see. I'm about to leave you guys. Unique TV not allowed to put in. What? Unique TV not allowed to put in. Put in what? Oh, Jesus. There's nothing I will not see here. Some here. Same here. Okay. All right. I didn't get that. I can remember when I couldn't finish university with my mate due to school fees issue. Only God saw me from depression. Yeah, that can make you depressed. Stephanie, come on. That can make you feel depressed. If everybody is graduating, you can't graduate because you can't pay your school fees. That can depress you, but thank God you came out of it.
Hello, good evening, ma.
Good evening. All right, continue, baby.
Okay, ma. About depression, what I have to say is that depression is very, very real. Nobody is exception of that. It's affecting everybody, both young and old. And as me as a person, I've experienced depression. Like in 2019, I didn't even know that I will survive it till now. But it took the grace of God, because then nobody was around me. Nobody. It was just like the whole world was crumbled and then was against me. And I see no reason to leave. I see nothing. I was just seeing myself like I'm nothing. Like nothing good comes out of me. Like anything I put my hands into is just going upside down, because it was all about the marriage I went into, and then the marriage scattered, and then wow, it was hell. It was I don't even know how to explain it, but I know that it was hell. But I thank God, by his grace, I came out of it. And I'll advise anyone going through the depression that in order for you to come out of it, you need to share your pain. Find someone that you can confide into and share your pain, because not sharing it out makes the depression eat into you. Because communicate, because if you do not communicate with people, it will be eating deep inside you, and from that you will not even know where you at. You will just act what you won't even believe that you yourself can do what you just did to yourself. Maybe in the afterlife you'll be like, did I really take my life myself? Because it comes with a it comes with a spirit. You will just be like thinking abnormal, thinking all sorts of things. You'll be like, and within you, all in your mind is, if I should just take my life, I think all these things will end.
Will stop. Yes.
But when you share it out, when you share out your pain, you will feel a kind of release, even if not for the even if it didn't stop, But for the moment, you
For the
feel
moment.
released. I'm talking from experience because I only start. Yes, for the moment, you feel released out. You feel human again. Maybe sometime you might go into it again, but when you share out, like I for the whole 2021, okay, from 2020 2021, I was just like, I don't want to work. It was in 20 ending of 2021 I started like gathering myself again,
My
because
sister, keep talking.
I started
Keep talking. Keep
stepping
talking.
out
I'm
to meet people, talk
keep
to
talking.
people, try to see their own aspect, like what they feel about the thing I'm passing through. So okay, so I started sharing out my pain to people and then getting their advices. With that, I I started coming out of depression. So my advice to everyone into depression, or people that are planning to go in, or people that are feeling like they are into depression, is that you should share your pain out, not just sharing it with anybody, because not everyone can handle whatever you share to them. So share it with reasonable people, share it with reasonable mind, share it with matured mind that can understand that this thing you are passing through, okay, that can give you advice based on what you are passing through. So that's my advice to anyone passing through depression. And I pray that God gives us the strength, gives everyone passing through the strength to fight depression, because depression, it's just like an evil spirit. I'll call it an evil spirit because it is not a good spirit. It comes like evil spirit that will come into you and manipulate your whole being. It will take out your real person and then stand. It will block you from seeing yourself. That's what depression does to human being. It will block you from seeing yourself. It will block you from seeing anything good that concerns you. You will just be seeing nothing. So I pray that God gives us the spirit and mind to fight depression, because it is real and it is bad and it can make you do the unspeakable.
That's
So
right.
take time to nurture yourself and then share your pain out to reasonable minds. That's what
Yes.
I have to say for people that is going through depression. And even if you have not gone into depression, try as much as you can when you see that something is weighing you down, because it's from holding it inside you. That is when you now go into depression. Because if something is weighing you down, try out. If you can seek for counseling, air your mind so that it will go off a bit. When holding it, when you pack it into you, that is when it will bring you down and you feel depressed. You will go into a state that your body cannot hold it anymore, your spirit cannot hold it anymore. You will just be like you don't know yourself again. But when you share it out when it is starting, maybe because depression, it first of all come with confusion. You will be confused and you will feel like I what will I do? What will I do? And you will feel like you will be
You
filled
feel
with
like
so many
there's
pain.
no solution. Like there is no solution to the
Yes,
problem. No
yes,
solution.
yes. There is no solution. Yes. When you started feeling like that, before you go into the depression, I think I am advising you to seek for counseling, to matured mind, to train, seek for counseling from trained people that can advise you, that can give you the listening ear to air out how you feel, to air out your pains. When you air it out, you will feel a bit, you will feel a bit of yourself again. Don't hold in pain. Don't gather it together. Don't say I am strong, I can hold it. No, you will be feeling that you are strong.
Apple baby,
You
apple baby.
don't do that, because one day it will break you down, and that is
That's right.
depression. So share your pain out with matured mind, not people that will carry it and go and escalate it to people that will make it worse. So
All right, baby.
that's what
Thank
I
you.
say.
Thank
Thank you.
you very much. It's Ella say all goals are worthy of recognition and all successes are worthy of celebration. When you achieve a goal, you do your best to recognize it. It will help avoid depression. What she's talking about here is celebrate little achievements. I call it celebrate little milestones. Even today, you did not think about hurting yourself. Celebrate that. Tomorrow, you did not think of doing anything to yourself. Celebrate that. Celebrate the little things. Okay? Celebrate the little things. Chinda said, quiet people are always vulnerable in this act of depression because you don't hear them say it. You see, quiet people are very quiet, so they bottle things up. See, people like us, where they craze, we can talk or we go, you push us, we push you a little bit. But people that don't say, they are pushovers, they are people pleasers. Everything you say, they keep quiet and watch you. They bottle and bottle and bottle until one day you go here, pakam, the word snapped. They have snapped. That means they have taken enough. They can't take no more. Excuse me. They have taken enough and they can't take no more. And that time they are out of control. That's when you see them hurt themselves. That's when you see them hurt their family. That's when you see them hurt other people because now they have taken it up to here. They can't take no more. And then they just say, you know what? And for somebody that is depressed, you see, if you have a problem now, you'll be thinking, I don't have money to pay my rent, but I can borrow from Chinda. Hey, let me call Stella and see whether Stella can come and buy shoes from me. Let me call Mama Juju and see if Mama Juju can borrow me some money. You see, there is solution. They might all say no to you, but there is hope. There is hope in Chinda. There is hope in Mama Juliana. There is hope in Stella. There is hope in this. You are thinking of those people. But when there is hopelessness, it's like my mother said, when you know get, and there is nobody you can borrow from. There is no hope for salvation coming from anywhere. That is when you now decide, you know what? The only way it's good is for me to leave. But I'm here today to tell you, you don't need to leave. Speak to somebody. Reach out to somebody. Talk to your friends that are credible, friends that are reliable, friends that are determined and happy to help you. Get good circle. If your circle of friends are your trigger, they trigger you to feel depressed, sister, leave them alone and find new friends. Find people that motivate you, people that help you change your mindset. Remember, be the change. That's what we do here in Unique. We empower you to be the change you want to see out there. When your friends come to you, how do you treat them? When they come and tell you they're depressed, do you laugh at them? Do you dismiss them? Do you gaslight them? Or do you take them seriously? My sister, what signs have you seen in your best friend? What signs have you seen in your husband, your children, people around you, and you have been dismissing it? I noticed when my Unique has started drinking too much. This girl didn't used to drink before, but now she's drinking to the excess. Sister, that's a sign. She is going through something. She is battling something, and she's covering it up with alcohol. Mama Unique didn't do drugs before. Now she's smoking anyhow, anywhere. Mama Unique is covering something. This is a cry for help. They are crying to you. Please help me. Help me. Your child who goes to work at Subway now stays in the house from Monday through Sunday, does not want to see his friend, does not want to go outside, does not want to come to the dining and eat with you. He wants to be in her room. Sis, something is wrong. Find out what she or he is going through. They are depressed. Those are signs of depression. Your child is anxious. Every time she's jumped, every time you say something, she jumps. When she jumps. She's always anxious about something. Find out the root of it. Those are signs of depression. And when you notice you are depressed, that is the first solution to your problem. Now you begin to find ways to love yourself. You begin to communicate it to somebody. You begin to look for professional help, a counselor, a therapist, somebody you can talk to. Number 4, you begin to find things to occupy your time. Find a hobby. To get involved in exercise. Find a sport, something that keeps you happy. Number 6, don't be idle. If you didn't have a job, go get a job. Go get something. Keep your mind busy. Number 6, change your mindset. As you think in this your head, so you are. Change your mindset. Change what you think about. Change what you absorb. TV can also be a trigger for you. Facebook can be a trigger for you. YouTube can be a trigger for you. Instagram can be a trigger for you. Social media can be a trigger for you. If when you're looking at people, because they put all this, their filter, and then their faces are very clear, no pimple, fine boy, no pimple, fine girl, no pimple. Now you're beginning to think, I'm the only one with pimple. If that's your trigger, turn off that one and go do something else. Change your mindset. Change your mindset, guys. I just wanted to come and share that with you guys today. I'm about to leave you guys. Today was so good. I'm happy. We have had so many stories. Those that went through it, those that came out. Another way to come out of depression is to love yourself. That's right. Anyone that loves herself will not think to harm herself positively and avoid negative thoughts. Thank you, Brahmasha. Think positively. The Bible says, as a man thinketh. What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about how other your age mates all have cars? You don't have cars. Are you thinking about what you need to do so you can have cars? Stella Hedi will say, I could remember when I couldn't get admission into university after several years. I bought, Stella. Stella say, I bought Otapia waiting for my dad to sleep so that I can delete myself. My dad noticed an unusual behavior in me. I didn't know he was monitoring me. Exactly 12 a.m., I bought the stuff to drink. My dad just walked into my room. God used him to save my life that day. I for no mommy. Hey, Stella, I for come there and whoop you, wake you up. In short, God don't save you. Why you go and delete yourself with Otapepe? Because you don't get admission. Admission, not be the one you don't get. Now you see, my unique, it doesn't have to be something big. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have, it might be, look at this guy now we are talking about, Twitch. Twitch had money, had popularity, had fame, had everything. You'll be asking yourself, why would this man delete himself? What is it that if I had the kind of money he has, I will never do this. But it's not that. Who knows what he's battling? It might be the smallest thing. Look at our director general. She says she nearly deleted, but because her father knows her. That's why I tell you guys as parents, shine your eyes, open your eyes, know your children. Know your children. Know your children. Whenever they start being quiet, like you see my Buchi is a quiet child, but my son Zion is not. So whenever Zion, when they were young, whenever he comes home and lays down and he's not making noise, I'll tell them, go check him, he's sick. Something is wrong. Because I know when he's in this house, you know he's back. He talks, he walk into the room. All you'll be hearing is Zion, leave my room. That's Casey. Buchi, Zion, leave my room. That's all you hear. So, but when he's here and nobody is yelling, Zion, leave my room. Nobody is saying, Zion, don't touch my stuff. Nobody is saying, give me my juice. Nobody is saying, who drank my juice? Something is wrong. Go check. Maybe he doesn't feel good. Get to know your children. The reason why Stella's dad found out is because Stella's dad, he knew his daughter. He knew something was unusual. The way the daughter, somebody when one delete herself now, she has brought Otapia. Maybe the father has seen the way she's hanging around the Otapia, has seen the way she's acting weird because the father knows her. The father said, no, something is not right. And the man was watching, monitoring her. Immediately she woke up around 12 because she has planned to do it by 12 midnight. Maybe pretending she's sleeping. Immediately she turned that light, bangam, the father came in. You see, and that is why she is here today. That is why she is the woman she is today, the wife she is today, the sister she is today, the daughter she is today, the friend she is today, because of a single act by her father. The father said, no, baby, not today. Not under my watch, not today. My unique, don't disregard your children. Oh, because they are young. What are they worrying about? What are they worrying about? They might be worrying about they don't have shoe for this Christmas. They might be worrying about that there is no food in the house yesterday. They might be worrying about that you, their father, don't have a job. They might be worrying that you are always fighting with mommy. Children worry too. But you have to open your eyes. Remember the signs. Watch and watch and watch and watch. Keep your eyes open. Always look through your children. Look at your children. Look at your spouse and know. All right? All right, guys, I'm going to stop here. Let me see. But before I leave, I'm going to say the 11 signs. I'm going to say the 11 signs again, and I want you to write it down so that way Even if you forget, you will remember. Guys, number 1 says a feeling of sadness, emptiness, and hopelessness. That's number 1 sign of depression. Number 2 says anger outburst. You are easily irritated and you are easily frustrated. Irritation, frustration, and anger outburst. Number 2. Number 3 says loss of interest in anything. You lose interest in normal things you normally do. Brushing your head is a problem. Brushing your teeth is a problem. Normal things you do, taking a bath, oh, that one a big problem. You lose interest in everything. Number 4 says sleep disturbances. It can be too much sleep or it can be no sleep at all. It can go from too much sleep to insomnia where you don't even sleep. You toss around and toss around because you are depressed. Something is worrying you, weighing you down. That's the 4th sign. Number 5 says tiredness and lack of energy. You are tired. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to wake up and go to church. You don't want to leave your bedroom. You don't want to even go to the parlor. You have lack of energy. You are tired. That's number 5. Number 6 say reduced appetite or no appetite at all. Somebody that eats loy, 2 wraps of loy, you are not eating half wrap. You don't even want loy, you only want to take soup. You used to eat mountain of jollof rice. Now you eat only 2 spoons and you stay for days, no food. That's number 6, reduced appetite. Number 7, you are anxious, anxiety, and restlessness. You are all over the place. You can never start something and finish it. You are anxious, always scared, like somebody is out to get you. Any little sound, you jump. When people walk in, you jump. You are always anxious. That is number 7. Number 8 says slow thinking. You begin to think slowly. You begin to, your movement, your speaking, your body language begin to be slow. You begin to act like you are in emotion. You saw like the lady that said somebody was calling the lady that had a baby at her back. Slow thinking. Madam, your child is what? She wasn't even hearing them. Slow thinking. It's taking her time to process. Number 10 says a feeling of worthlessness. You begin to feel like you are nobody. You begin to feel that nobody cares for you. You begin to feel like you don't matter. You begin to feel like they don't even see you. You begin to feel that nobody cares about you. A feeling of worthlessness. Number 10 says trouble thinking. You start beginning to think of all the negative things in this world. How you're going to delete yourself, nobody will know. How you're going to hide deleting, nobody will know. That's all that comes to your mind. What are you going to take? I'll take snapper. I will take tapiapia. I will take bleach. I will take everything. That is the only negative. How to delete yourself is the only thing that comes. Number 11 say frequent or recurring thoughts of death or S-word. Frequent or recurring thoughts of trying to delete yourself. How you will delete yourself. When you will delete yourself. How nobody will be there when you do it. You keep thinking of how to do it. And number 12 say unexplained physical problem. You start, if it's not your head, it's hurting. Your shoulder, my shoulder will start hurting when I'm highly stressed out. Some people, their head will hurt. Some people, their eye. Those are the 12 signs that, sister, brother, you are going through depression. When you see 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 or 12 of them, my sister, it's time for you to go get help. Remember what we said, how you can overcome it. Start thinking good thoughts about yourself. Number 2, communicate with somebody. Number 3, go seek help. Number 4, find you a hobby, something that occupies your mind. Number 6, work out, go do exercises. It helps you. Number 7, celebrate the little milestones. Celebrate the things that are going good in your life. Don't concentrate only on the negative things in your life. Concentrate on the good ones. You have a husband. You have children. Your children are beautiful. You have a home. You are alive. You're not in the hospital. You're not eating through tubes. You can eat what you want. Celebrate those ones that are good. Don't focus on the negative. Celebrate the good ones and celebrate every milestone in your life. That's number 6. And number 7, how you can deal with negativity. Be the change you want to see out there. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Some of us go to spa. When my shoulder hurts, I go to the spa to go get a massage or stuff. Go find things you do that you love. Do you like going out? You like clubbing? You like going to dance with your friends? You like cooking? You like going on a date? You like, get something that makes you happy. Change your mindset. It all starts here, so it has to end here. When the depression comes, is what you're thinking. So if you want to stop the depression, you have to also change what you're thinking about. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys here. Yeah, Ihedibo, that was very nice. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you, my love. Me, if I know that time, I for whoop you, I for come there, whoop you back into this generation. Always celebrate yourself. Always celebrate yourself. My sister, you might not be married, but celebrate that you're single. There are so many girls, excuse me, they are not married, they are not single, they are 6 feet below. Celebrate that you are alive. You have 2 legs to walk, celebrate that. You have hands to feed yourself. Some people can't feed themselves, celebrate that. Celebrate you can see. Some people have not seen anybody since they came into this world. They've been blind, celebrate that. Celebrate who you are. Look at our sister Peace Ugoju, what she said. She says that she had to learn and tell herself, no, I have to be what God created me to be. Will yourself to live. This is by fire, by thunder. When the devil creeps into your head to change you into what you are not, to make you focus on your circumstances, remember what the Bible says. We do not live by sight, we live by faith. It's not about what we're seeing. Everything around you looks dead. Everything around you is a dry bone. Remember what the Bible says. Prophesy to this dry bone. Prophesy to this depression. Prophesy to this situation. Prophesy to those things that are in your life. Bible says faith, calling those things that are not like they are. Begin to speak into your atmosphere. Speak into your life. Speak into your depression. Say, now lie you lie. Now lie you lie. I must live to declare the works of God. I must live to celebrate He who created me. I must live because He said He will satisfy me with long life. I must live because He lives. Begin to prophesy into your life. Peace says she went into church, got closer to her God. The key is God. There is nothing God cannot do. When those thoughts start swimming in your head, begin to speak to those thoughts and say, now lie you lie. Money I go get. Children I go get. Husband I go get. Wife I go get. Prosperity I go get. Because the Bible says, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. And that is the word of God. Though God is not man that you should lie. So whatever depression like, make it, throw it away. We get ready. One blow. Back 7 apples. We know they play. That's what we do. And you can't do it if you don't know it. That's why I love that I brought this topic today. When I listen to Twitch story and I say, wow, when I see this boy dance, nobody on this earth will tell me that anything bothers him. Because when he dances, you see him dance, look at his face, the smile, you know that he is having fun. And then you ask yourself, what will make a man like this sit down, leave, call Uber, go to a motel, rent a room, pow himself inside the room? What will make him do that? Except depression, except mental health, except feeling bad about yourself. But it is time we begin to share exactly what we are going through. Tell somebody. You see something, say something. Okay? She was even told me that I should help her to buy something in the market that day before. Oh, child, that is so sad. Agunobi, that is so sad. Anthony Oba said the best is to go to God, for He knows what we are going through. Amen. You are so right, Anthony. You are so right. Depression is very bad. Michael, you are so right. My twin sister is no more to be found. Child. I didn't know that, baby. I did not know that. Child. So sorry about that. I didn't know that. I did not know that. So your sister told you to go buy something, and then what happened? May her soul continue. Rest in the bosom of Christ. Hey, yeah. Agunobi, let me see. I want to see what you said from the beginning. I was depressed when I told my twin sister. Then I cried my eyes out. Hey, yeah. When you lost your twin sister, child. Oh my God. I didn't know you were a twin. I didn't know that, baby. I did not. I was depressed when I lost my dad. I feel like all hope is lost. I nearly took my life because I cherish him so much. Guys, you see what I tell you guys? This is so real. This is so real. But now that we know, what do I tell you guys? When we know better, we do better. Now that we know, please let us be each other's keepers. Let us look out for our sisters and our brothers. When you notice something, you notice all these 12 signs I gave you, or even 3 of them or 2 of them. Call your sister, call your brother. Say, my sister, I'm noticing something. Oh, is something worrying you? And when they tell you, don't laugh. When they tell you, tell them, child, let us go get help. Give them advice. Say, you know what? Why are you crying? You don't have cars. Why are you crying? You are not married. Me, am I married? But we are happy. We can go out on Saturdays and go play football. We can go Saturdays and go watch a movie. Make plans of what you guys will do to celebrate your singlehood while you're still waiting for your man. All right, guys? Don't give into depression. It happens to the best of us. You see, depression does not segregate, does not discriminate. It happens to the top, it happens to the bottom. It happens to the rich, it happens to the poor. It happens to the tall, short, fat, slim, white, black, Caucasian. It happens to, is no respecter of nobody. Is an equal opportunity offender. It offends everybody. It doesn't discriminate. So, but we as a human being, we as uniques, now that we know, let us go out there and be the change we want to see out there and make a difference in our friends' lives, make a difference in our colleagues' lives, make a difference in our family, and make a difference in our community, in our society as a whole. Knowledge, they say, is power. You've gotten that knowledge today. You've gotten that power today. Let us go out there and empower somebody else. Remember what I always tell you guys. I always tell you guys, when we empower one, we empower all. Today, I have empowered you. Today, we have used Twitch's life to empower ourselves. Let us now turn around and go out there and empower the so many people that are behind us, that are trusting us, and are believing in us. All right. I love you guys. Let me leave you guys. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Is our Christmas giveaway. If your name is on that list, I'm going to add some more names. I'll see if I can make it up to 50 today. So I'm going to add 10 more names. I'm going to look through the comment section. Antonio Ba, you come to All My Life, and I wanted to add your name. But when I went to go see your page, I saw you don't post me. I didn't see a single video. I wanted to put you on that, Antonio Ba, today. But I saw that you don't post me. All right? So I don't know what's going on. Some of you, I have to get 10 more names and make that list 50. So I will try and see what I can post. Most of you guys are not posting. You're not sharing our videos. So it's hard for me to put your name on the list when you are not sharing us. But you come to the live. Okay? So on Thursday is our live for our Christmas gift. I can't believe Christmas is on Sunday. I can't believe this. Yay! So I'm going to do it on Thursday. So guys, if you want to be part of it, make sure you are here. If your name is on that list, please go get data. Bring data. Don't tell me that day, mommy, it's network problem. If I call your name and you cannot come up, we'll give it to the people that are there that will come up. Okay? So please make sure you do that. All right? We're going to call you. You're going to come up. We'll ask you something. And then you give us your account number. And we're going to give you what we are giving. So I think I'll make the list 50. But I'll check. If I see more names, I might make it to maybe 60, 70. But if not, I'll just stop at 50. So many of you, I see your names, but I go check. And I notice that you guys are not even following me. No, you guys are not even following me, or you're following me, but you're not posting me. You're not sharing. Antonio, I checked you, you were not sharing us. So I'm going to go add some of the names. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. What you're saying today? Santa Claus is coming to town. He knows when you've been nice. He knows when you've been good. So be good for goodness sake. Hey, you better watch out. Santa Claus is coming on Thursday, all right? I'll see you guys. Love, 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 love you guys, all right? Mwah. Bye-bye. Stella, Iedi will call me after the live. Bye-bye. Remember, you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why every single one of you is unique. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye-bye. Albert, Dubem, I didn't see your wife. Where is Swanky? I haven't seen Swanky for some time. Stella, call me. All right? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.